welterweight fight. Augusto Dodger Montano in white. Belal, remember the name, Muhammad is in green.
The reach of Montano is going to be his biggest weapon. Loves to follow up jabs and his combinations with big knees, but sometimes really negates his reach by just getting over-aggressive and a little wild and squaring up the stance. Let's see if he's sharp in his tools.
Muhammad, a whopping -500 favorite tonight, according to Las Vegas. Montano at +350.
He was so confident this week leading up to this. Did not watch 1 second of film on Montano. Really feels like when he fought Joban, he watched all this tape, respected him so much, he just wasn't himself. Didn't throw kicks, didn't throw all of his combinations, wasn't as aggressive. Wants to get back to being him.
He was knocked down 3 times in the Joban fight, then nearly went on to finish him.
Stop.
Breaking the action here due to
You take your time.
an inadvertent groin strike.
Hey, come here. You gotta go over there.
This will knock off the nerve when you just start a fight.
Stay there.
Wait, you gotta hear the cup hit though here, folks. Listen to the audio.
Oh, stop! Stop!
Yeah, that'll leave a mark.
Yeah, and you know the thing about that too, with the cup though, it sends like this ripple effect into your gut when that happens.
Let me give you a hard warning on that. You need to watch your weapons. It's a warning.
Stern warning from Herb Dean tonight here in Texas.
Fight.
All right, back underway. Just over 4 minutes here in round 1. Third UFC appearance for Dodger Montano, but first since last June at UFC 188.
Keep an eye on the boxing of Montano. Speaking to his coaches, that's what they raved about this camp, him being much sharper. As long as he is, we don't really see him sitting down on a jab, and uses those side kicks well to keep his range.
Muhammad with a law degree from the University of Illinois. Smart guy, very good wrestler, but more of a boxer thus far in his MMA career.
He does some of his best work when he gets inside the pocket. Looking at his fights prior to the UFC, really mixes in his wrestling well. Total package, and that's why he came to the UFC very confident. Felt like he could compete against anybody. He lands a nice overhand right there.
And that one wobbled Dodger Montano. Back to the center of the octagon here, just over 3 minutes to go in the round.
A lot more kicks early from Muhammad than we saw in the Alan Joban fight. He was fearful of the takedown, didn't want Joban to catch his kicks and take him down. This fight here, he said, you know, I'm confident getting up off my back. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to let it fly. Nice inside leg kick again, this combination from Montano.
Left hook is there for Muhammad as well. Strong start for him tonight.
Doing a lot of playing with his hands, trying to distract the eyes of Montano as he gets inside that reach and sets up his own combinations. Gotta be careful though, because one of the things about Montano is he's very unpredictable. He'll throw a lot of wild and crazy things. If your hands are out of position, you may not be able to block them or defend them correctly.
Muhammad trying to close the distance, lands to the body.
He's having a hard time finding Dodger because Dodger's running a little bit, but the smart thing is he's not chasing after him. He's not getting frustrated with him.
You've seen Montano try to drop down and find an opening for the uppercut, which is something that he goes to every now and again.
Come on, buddy.
Good!
Nice.
Come on, here he come, Belal. Here he come. Look for the right. Left high now. On the knee. Good. There you go.
Watch the fingers.
Hands up. Hands up.
Stop.
Hands up.
Watch the fingers. You guys been having the fingers out all night. Watch the fingers. Both of you. Watch the fingers. Hold on. Stop.
So after the eye poke, Belal Muhammad looked at Herb Dean to stop the fight, and looked like Herb maybe a little bit reluctantly got in between the fighters.
And he didn't know, and there you see the thumb. Right. The thumb definitely caught him. And you can see, look where Herb Dean's standing there. That's hard for him to see whether it was a punch or a thumb. That's probably why he was late in getting in there to break it up.
Okay, so you've been having your fingers out. I'm giving you a warning on it too. Okay. Fingers, keep them up. You've been doing this all night. Up.
So a warning for both sides, and we are back underway, and Muhammad getting right back to work.
Well, Duke Rufus has been calling for that left high kick several times, really. He's seeing Montoya's right hand low down at the chest level. Ooh, hard inside leg kicks there for Montano.
Yeah, that earlier groin strike not giving him much pause, and going back to the inside of that lead leg of Belal Muhammad.
Montano really looks to be settling in here a little bit and throwing more sharp, more crisp with his strikes. Trying to find a target, that inside leg. Excellent overhand right there from Muhammad, working behind his jab.
Montano looks pretty comfortable here. The leg kicks have been there.
And he has settled in really well in the last minute. Starting to get his timing, starting to get to a rhythm, and good initial defense here. The takedown from Muhammad. Nice work there from Montano.
Head kick is there for Muhammad. Back live in Hidalgo, Texas. You are watching the FS1 UFC Fight Night prelims. That is Dodger Montano in the white. Belal Muhammad is in green. Muhammad a 5-1 favorite coming in.
Conversation there about those inside leg kicks. Muhammad thought that came close to the groin again, but Montano landing several of them in the second half of round one. And now finally starting to work behind his jab and utilize the reach advantage he has. Looks much sharper here as he's gotten settled into this fight.
Good combination there. Montano, the naturally bigger man.
Well, now he's really varying the timing and the tempo of his jab, and then using some fancy footwork to sneak in it as well as he stepped off to his right. And the fact that defended takedown at the end of round one definitely gave Montano some confidence as well. As Muhammad thought he would have a much bigger wrestling advantage coming into this fight.
Good combination on the return from Muhammad. Follows that up with a right hand.
Muhammad's got to be careful. He can't just walk forward. He's got to fake. He's got to feint. He's got to set it up.
Well, that left high kick has been there a couple times. See if he goes back to it.
Well, that right hand is continuously low. And sometimes that happens when you're so used to being the taller guy in the gym, the taller guy in your fights. You don't think a guy's lead leg can get that high. Beautiful entry there by Muhammad. That was his best shot yet. Over the hips and finishes it. Very nicely done from Muhammad.
Second takedown attempt of the fight, and he lands it. 3.5 minutes to go in round two. We'll see what Muhammad can do with it.
Stay off the back of the head.
Exactly what he needed at this
Don't hit the back
point.
of the head.
Montano is really starting to establish a nice rhythm on his feet. Now the half guard's wide open. Muhammad can easily mount here if he wants to. When I talked about Montano's brother earlier in the night, you know, when I spoke to their coaching staff and talked about groundwork and wrestling, there wasn't a whole lot of conversation. Again, though, there was a language barrier, so not sure. Very easy pass there. Muhammad, both hooks in, has the back. Seems to have a massive advantage here so far on the ground with Montano.
18th pro fight for Augusto Montano. He has never been finished in MMA competition. In some danger here, potentially.
Good job of holding the wrist. And you hear the corner of Belal Muhammad wants him to move over and take mount. Good work there from Montano to at least escape back mount. But again, his half guard is wide open. All Muhammad needs to do is use his right elbow. And now he passes right over again, takes it back. Right on cue. Oh, but nice hustle there from Montano, who kept his elbows low to his hips is that Belal Muhammad could not get his hooks in and stop his upward progression.
Total strikes, slight edge for Dodger Montano. Both fighters landing near 50% of their attempts. And the cardio of Dodger Montano bears watching. 13 of his 15 finishes have come in round one, so the overwhelming majority of his pro fights against lesser competition outside the UFC have ended in round one.
Beautiful fake. You see Muhammad faked low, then came up high. Montano trains in Mexico City at 7,000 feet, maybe even higher than that. But you can see him taking some deep breaths, but he's been active, been on his bicycle quite a bit, moving around with his footwork as he ducks that high kick. See if he can get back into a rhythm on his feet, but right now, Muhammad finding his own rhythm.
Seconds now to go in our second round.
Yeah, we haven't seen many knees from Montano. A lot of times when you're a taller guy, ooh, nice left hook there, Muhammad. When you're a taller guy and guys have to close distance on you, you can bait them in and land some nice knees to the solar plexus in the midsection, or finish your combinations with them. Haven't really seen those from Montano tonight.
Muhammad just out of range on
beautiful.
Yeah, short elbow lands flush. Muhammad.
Behind the black, please.
All right, ready to go. Third and final round here. Augusto Montano trying to prevent Belal Muhammad from securing his first UFC win.
Momentum seems to have shifted to Muhammad, who really finished round two well after getting the takedown, but really found a rhythm, landing several good counter strikes and offensive combinations at the end of round two. Duke Rufus in the corner telling him, look, don't stop there. They want him to double, triple up, and then follow up his kicks and his combinations with more strikes.
Well, at the very least, I would say Dodger Montano showing that he deserved better than a plus 350 underdog distinction.
Absolutely.
Tough opponent, and he's hanging with him.
Well, his footwork has made it difficult for Muhammad to shoot in on takedowns repeatedly. Did a nice job getting back up to his feet when Muhammad took him down and had his back. And he has been sharper on the feet. The only thing I wanted to see more of is those knees. He just missed with them there, but I think he could extend his combinations a little bit more and take more advantage of his reach and the height. Look how low Montano's hands are.
Distance head strikes thus far, nearly twice as many landed for Belal Muhammad.
And a lot of that is just the hand position of Montano. His right hand is down by his stomach most of the time. A good takedown there from Muhammad. Both hooks in, has the back again. Very
Muhammad
smooth.
does not, excuse me, Brian, have a pro win by way of submission. And were he to finish Dodger Montano, it would be the first time Montano has ever been finished.
Good wrist control here from Montano. A little too patient, though, waiting on his chest, especially knowing third round, and he needs this right now.
So Muhammad has been economical, I guess you could say, with the takedown attempts. He's landed 2 of 3 after missing one late in round 1.
Yeah, both of them set up well, and nice work here from Montano. But he may get dragged back down his back just when it looked like he had an opening. Oh, excellent work there. He's back up to his feet, but he's got to get busy here.
And get busy he does, pressing forward.
Again, look how low the hands are. That's why Muhammad's able to sneak these jabs, these high kicks.
Other than the takedowns, the numbers in this one pretty even across the board. Slight edge in terms of significant strikes landed for Augusto Montano.
Beautiful high kick, and that's what needs more of at the end of his combinations. He's finishing a lot of his combinations with low kicks to the legs. Being the taller guy, now it's time to go upstairs, see if he can land one flush to the head.
John Anik, Brian Stan here in Hidalgo, Texas. Glad you're with us for the FS1 UFC Fight Night prelims. Main card follows us. Muhammad looking to make Montano pay here.
Montano has landed a couple of nice strikes there. Muhammad knew he doesn't want to get behind on the scorecards, wants to close out. Both guys feel like they need this round. Oh, beautiful timing there from Muhammad.
And that has got to be debilitating for Dodger Montano. Good ground and pound here from Muhammad.
Oh, it's just so smooth. He read it, saw Montano come forward hard with that right hand, right underneath it, turned the corner, and here we go. A beautiful positional control as he flows here, landing these shots. He's going to look for the finish.
Under a minute. We'll see if Montano can survive.
Fight back!
Stop might come here, Brian.
Stop this! Fight back!
Wow, looked like Herb nearly stopped it.
That's it.
Remember the name. Belal Muhammad busts into the UFC win column and gets the finish to boot. $30 here.
Look at the timing of that takedown. Dips underneath, turns the corner, gets into dominant position. And Reyes Montano started to scramble and escape, gets both hooks in, takes the mount. Beautiful groundwork here, integrated with his strikes. And just too much as Montano no longer intelligently defending himself. That's it, and Muhammad, the first man to finish Montano.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
So great. Taking on Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad. Muhammad in black. Randy Brown is in green. Two of the more active guys on the roster over the last calendar year.
Randy with the front kick up the middle.
Brown, a real affable kid, but a rough upbringing ultimately led him to combat, channeled those frustrations, and here he is making his 5th UFC appearance tonight.
Muhammad attacking that inside front leg over and over and over again. It seems like that's a big part of his strategy right away, and there's the outside. He's chewing it up.
When a guy's taller than you, the best way to get to him is with kicks. You know, if it's a little difficult to close that distance, start chopping at those legs. Once you slow him down, then you can start to get in range to use your boxing.
And again,
Randy Brown is very tall for this weight class. You can see it when he throws that jab. He finds his range with that jab.
Top of the hour, first pay-per-view of 2017, UFC 208, Holm versus Durandamy. You can order it now, the inaugural UFC Women's Featherweight Championship. Also, Anderson Silva, Derek Brunson, and plenty more where that came from. Order it now. We move over to pay-per-view, top of the hour.
he's chewing that leg up.
He is tearing that left leg apart.
I mean, he's already taken 9, 10 shots on that. Oh, good right hand by Brown. A good jab, too.
But you notice that Brown is just kind of sliding a little bit out of the way of the big punches of Muhammad, and when he attacks, he uses that speed and explosiveness. Once that leg's dead from the kicks, he will lose all of that explosiveness, and he will become less effective in his striking, in his attacks, and on his defense.
Muhammad's got a law degree from University of Illinois. He's also got a leg kick from hell. 9 of 9 thus far for Muhammad.
That was a beautiful jab by Randy. Long reach, man.
Muhammad said after his Alan Jouban UFC debut fight that he watched too much film. He only knows one direction, that is forward, and he's off to a good start tonight as the underdog.
Well, he should learn back. He should learn side to side. One direction seems kind of crazy.
Joe, do you hear the official saying, watch the fingers?
Yes.
That's no warning. That should not be a warning. You should tell him one time, watch the fingers, and it's the rules. If it's a rule, you cannot break the rules.
And that's an important rule because that happens so often. I mean, the eye pokes are one of the biggest problems in this sport, and I think that that's a good step towards mitigating that issue. But I think you're right.
He just winked at me.
And he just got leg kicked.
Pay attention. You got something to do over there.
Good spinning back kick to the body there. Well, he's a fun guy, Randy Brown. Good check there by Belal.
Yes, it. Now let's start putting the pressure. Let's start coming forward. Come forward.
Nardu Deborah, chief corner for Randy Brown.
He dug into that one.
Stay on the
He
one.
is going to have to check some of these kicks.
That's it.
And that last one, he dug into, and you saw Randy's leg buckle. And that is an accumulative effect, and the last one had the most horsepower behind it.
Once you realize a guy doesn't check kicks, then you're more willing to throw him over and over again.
Also, Randy, being so tall, does not have a lot of meat on those legs. There again, that leg is giving in.
Has he checked any kicks so far?
No, he has not, and they're starting to give in. You're seeing the leg go sideways when he's hitting him now, which is not a good sign.
Especially very early in the fight still.
Yeah, well, right now he hasn't shown any sign of, oh, and again, I mean, you could tell. These are digging in, and Muhammad knows as well. I mean, we're only 1 round in, and this kid has landed 20-plus leg kicks probably by now.
Look at the patience of Muhammad in there. He's not moving very fast. Everything is thrown with intent. Everything is thrown with a direction. He knows where he's going in there right now.
And Muhammad's checked a lot of the leg kicks that Randy's thrown, including that last one.
And Muhammad essentially keeps himself ready 45-plus weeks a year. Stepping in here for George Sullivan tonight, rips the body there. So some early adversity.
Muhammad's all over that kick. I love it.
Yeah, Randy Brown has had some success too with his hands, but he has to check some of these kicks.
And again, Belal checks his, counter, hits him with one, and then checks the counter. And again, man.
All of our kickboxing teammates tell us, don't return what your opponent just threw at you. They call that rookie. You're a rookie if you do that. A guy kicks you, you want to kick back. You cannot return. They always check it.
Strong first round for Belal Muhammad. Round 2 coming up next from Brooklyn. By Budweiser, this Bud's for you, Joe Rogan. Any thoughts on the message in that Randy Brown corner after round 1?
Well, it was very important what they said. You got to check those kicks. He absorbed 24 leg kicks in that round. What was disturbing to me is that they didn't put any ice on that leg.
Be careful with your finger.
And there he just ate another couple. I mean, Muhammad has been incredibly consistent with his leg kick attack, and it's obviously having a big effect on Randy Brown. And they want Randy to put pressure on him and move forward. And there was a good kick to the body there by Randy.
And that front kick is actually getting closer to landing. The first one barely missed over the head. The second one touched chin a little bit.
So he's going straight up the middle with it, and he's got so much length. But Muhammad's doing a great job of checking almost every kick that Randy throws, discouraging his leg kick attack. But Randy's not checking anything.
Oh, Muhammad presses forward, just kills you with volume. Makes it hard for a guy like Randy Brown to get his offense going. Little warning there for grabbing the fence, theme of the night.
Threw that overhand right, and then almost kind of ducked under the arm to take his back here. Now just really controlling him with his hands locked around the waist. There are a number of ways for him to get the fight back to the ground. He's trying to switch to a double leg. He actually took the hardest course out of every course they had to try to secure that takedown.
A couple good punches there by Randy, getting Belal moving back, and Belal showing some redness underneath the right eye.
Randy's coaches asked for him to put the pressure. They said, stop backing up so much, get closer. They said, you're a little too far, which is kind of a weird thing to say, being that he's the guy with the reach advantage.
He just got poked. And the referee did not see it.
But again, that points to what we talked about in the first round. You know, no warning.
Yeah.
You know, guys have to control themselves with the open hand towards the opponent's face.
Takedown defense has held up for Randy Brown. Unofficially, 34 leg kicks landed for Belal Muhammad. Previous personal best in the UFC was 22.
Wow.
He blasted right through that in the very first round.
Yeah, and we're only in the second round here, halfway in.
Randy Brown's had a penchant for the comeback. His fight against Eric Montano last September, he was a huge favorite. Might have lost the first 2 rounds, guillotine early round 3. Getting all he can handle, though, against Belal Muhammad tonight.
Randy's doing a really good job of actually changing levels with Belal when he tries to go down to a double leg. So he's not even having to go to the second, third, fourth level of his takedown defense. He's stopping him on level 1 by just changing levels. You follow your opponent down as they try to go for a takedown.
And he just looked to the referee to say, again, this guy just poked me in the eye one more time. And we saw it in the instant replay here. The folks at home haven't seen it yet, but Randy keeps doing that. He's doing it again. He's got his hands extended, and he poked Belal in the eye earlier and then landed a right hand behind it.
Beautiful inside leg kick for Muhammad. And I think, Joe, in some part with your commentary, you might have affected change when it comes to that rule. You've been hammering on it for years. Got to be enforced.
Yeah, I hate seeing guys get poked in the eye. And I've often thought that maybe there's a faulty design in the way the gloves are. But no one seemed to come up with any better idea except for the Pride gloves. And one of the things about the Pride gloves were they encouraged a closed fist, whereas the UFC gloves, and Danny, you can speak to this, it almost seems like it's more difficult to close your fist.
Yeah, you know, and because of the wrestling, you know, if you start to close the glove, it's a little more difficult to start to wrestle. Now, it happens mainly with the taller guys. You notice the taller guys are the ones that want to maintain the distance.
Right.
So they are the ones that usually end up poking people. Nice takedown by Belal.
Beautiful takedown by Belal. Let's get the back. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. And Randy's got to be real careful here. Mind his P's and Q's. And Randy's doing a good job of not getting flattened out. Trying to stand up here. Belal going under the arm here for these shots. Good shots here by Muhammad.
Got to be careful not to get high.
Yeah, that is the cardinal sin of taking the back.
Yep.
But he's doing a good job here. He's excellent control.
Especially when you're sweaty, because all you got to do is get a guy to slide off the front.
He's doing a real good job of going under the arm here with these shots.
And these are big shots. You can hear them.
Yeah. Work rate of Belal Muhammad continues to impress. Brown better get a hand up.
Good hammer fist here.
So strong into the round for Belal Muhammad. Round 3 when we return. All right, ready to go third and final round. Belal Muhammad very vocal with his complaints about the eye pokes to the doctor and not to the referee in between rounds. Bears watching though here, third and final. Randy Brown in green, Belal Muhammad in black.
Well, he's absolutely right. He definitely was poked and the referee missed it. Although E. Levine did warn Randy earlier.
Make a fist.
Yeah, he said it right there, make a fist. There's again, Belal attacking that leg. To Randy's credit, I mean, he's not limping, still moving well, and he's absorbed a tremendous amount of shots. And there he lands a few good punches of his own.
He's doing a very good job with the boxing, but here he's boxing, and Belal's actually doing everything. He's boxing, he's kicking, he's wrestling, he's doing it all, and so he's a little bit of a step behind because he's using one art against every art in mixed martial arts against Belal Muhammad.
And Belal looks at the shot, got the hands connected. Good sprawl by Randy. Very good job.
He's following down on the level change.
Use your right leg to sweep his leg. Use your right leg. Keep your left leg planted. Sweep with your right. You put your weight on your left.
Lewis Taylor in the corner of Belal Muhammad.
He must have felt strong having his back at the end of that round. He takes him down again, but into that long guard, full rubber guard here. And let's see what kind of guard Randy Brown has offensively off of his back. This is what I don't like. When you're with a guy who's got such long legs, they can close up things that you can't close up with short legs, and so you don't realize how much danger you're in. Belal's in a tricky spot here. Well, his arm is too
short.
far.
Yeah, his elbow's past the butt.
But Randy is attacking. And he's showing an offensive guard, not just a defensive guard.
That's what he has to do. He has to continue to attack.
And these are legal now.
Yes.
These heels to the kidney now are finally legal. It seems so crazy that you can kick a guy there standing up, but you couldn't when you were on your back in guard.
When I first heard the rule, I was like, well, who does that?
Yeah.
But now that I'm watching, I'm like, everybody does it.
Well, they work.
Yeah.
I mean, it works. Randy's going for that right arm. Belal has got it far enough out.
Yep.
But what I like here is that Randy's consistently attacking.
Later tonight, don't miss a complete recap of all the action in Brooklyn, the post-fight show immediately following the main event on FS1, or watch it live on Fox Sports Go.
Another thing that I think should be legal is the up kick from the ground when you're on your back and a guy is on one knee. I don't see why a guy should be able to elbow you in the face and punch you in the face. You can't kick him when you're on your back. It seems kind of silly.
That's one I'm going to go ahead and disagree on, consider I'm always the guy that's on top. I don't want to get kicked in the face, Joe. I don't want to get kicked in the face on the ground.
Muhammad's got his back again.
Muhammad is having a full performance tonight, a great performance against Randy Brown, who's very game.
Yeah, he really is. And what Muhammad has done a fantastic job of really punishing that left leg. And then once he gets it to the ground, I mean, he's managed to achieve back mount twice at the end of the last round, and now here he's got it again. So he softened him up in that first round with 24 leg kicks. And now here he is in the third round. And Randy's managed to land some good punches, but much more damage done by Muhammad.
And Muhammad really in MMA has been much more boxer than wrestler. Doesn't have a submission to his credit, but content here to soften Randy Brown up.
He's trying to put it on his resume here tonight.
Yeah.
He's got that body triangle locked in.
42 and counting.
Oh, someone kicked him once, folks. It sucks. 42 times. He's not dancing tonight.
I mean, you're just watching Belal Muhammad actually come of age, doing everything inside of the octagon.
Well, and it seemed like Randy Brown in his last fight came of age, but at least to this point, meeting his match tonight.
Well, that is the beautiful thing about this sport. For every skill that someone has a counter skill and an answer to it. And right now, Muhammad has a great answer to the skill set of Randy Brown.
It's very telling. You know, you go from having the performance of your life in one fight to the next fight, just having your opponent just having the performance of his life. You know, it's a beautiful sport.
Yeah, if Muhammad knew the twister here.
He's in position.
He's in a great position here.
Yeah.
He's just got to get that arm behind his head. Oh, and Randy spun around. Very nicely done by Randy Brown. Randy on top now with not much time to work, though.
And he's got to just go crazy here.
And look at this, Muhammad throwing up that arm bar.
There he is.
Punches from
He's
the top
doing
by Randy. Oh!
Big right from Brown, trying to flurry here late.
Brown looking for the guillotine or possibly a Darce.
But I applaud him. I applaud Randy Brown for finishing like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision. Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
Belal Muhammad, now 11-2 after his second UFC win tonight. Yes, Chrissy. There's Jordan Meehan. Retired a couple years ago, then came back after an extended layoff. Belal Muhammad is in green, Jordan Meehan is in red, and for Muhammad, Ramadan ended for him last week, so no food or water from dawn to dusk during much of this training camp for Muhammad.
It's absolutely incredible. The difference, though, is he goes for a takedown and fails. Excellent defense from Meehan. The difference, though, this is the second time he's done that in the UFC. Observe Ramadan. His coaches, everything was integrated. They planned around that, so he did his most intense training after he was able to eat and drink.
Jordan Meehan was on weight as of Tuesday. He just says in general he's more active in his life. He's been using that new UFC Performance Institute every day, getting therapy the last 1 to 2 weeks. Came out early, got a house, and he got a right hand there from Belal Muhammad.
As we were saying before, Jordan Meehan is incredibly talented. And in burst, he has looked sensational in the octagon. When he stopped Mike Pyle, before he was stopped by Thiago Alves, he looked amazing. And then Alves landed that thunderous shot to the body and took him out. But the question about Meehan has always been, can he be consistent? Can he keep it together against a really high-level fighter over the course of an entire fight?
Man, interesting. He chose to train with one person. His camp consisted of just him and his brother-in-law, Justin Tavernini, and that's it. That's all he did. So he felt like he trained very smart in this, but that's a very limited approach. But for Jordan, really, it's all upstairs, right? If he's mentally focused in there, that's when we see those brilliant performances.
Yeah, his physical ability is outstanding. It's just a matter of whether or not he wants it.
Well, and he says in the past he took his UFC roster spot for granted. He has a 7.5-month-old daughter, Olivia, now, which has sort of injected some new motivation into his life. So, but physically, to me, he just looks completely different, leaner, head to toe.
He really does. He looks in excellent shape.
He told me, too, he said, look, I'm notorious for starting fast and fading. He wanted to smooth out his pace, and we're seeing that so far now.
Joe, you mentioned he got a young start. How about a pro debut at 16 years old against Rory McDonald?
And that might be part of the problem. I mean, when you've been doing it as long as he's been doing it. And Brian, you can speak to this. A lot of fighters think there's like a 9-year window. 9 years hard, and then the wheels kind of start to fall off.
I mean, when you go through a whole training camp, by the time your fight gets up, sometimes you are sick of fighting, right? I mean, it's exhausting. It's mentally tiring and beautiful. Fake of the right hand there from Muhammad. Doesn't finish the takedown, though.
Great hips by me and great takedown defense. I mean, the kid's already been fighting 11 years, and he's 27.
Right.
Yeah.
11 years pro.
Right. First full training camp for Muhammad at Rufus Sport in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Actually moved in with Eric Koch for part of the training camp.
And I would tell you, already we're seeing much better kicks from Muhammad tonight than we've seen previously. He's always had pretty good boxing, but tonight incorporating a lot more kicks, which is smart when you're fighting a longer fighter like Jordan Mein.
Jordan Meehan's defense has been on point in this fight so far. You're looking at good head movement, good understanding of distance. He's sliding just out of the range and then comes right back in applying pressure.
Muhammad has been one of the more active welterweights since making his short notice UFC debut against Alan Jouban last July.
And he impressed a lot of people in that loss just with his heart and courage.
Yeah.
And he's tough. He's got power, good hand speed, putting together some good combinations, but his lead leg is starting to get chewed up. When he's stepping forward, Mein, oh, and now he gets the back leg. Really nice technique from Mein.
Yeah, he's so well trained. I mean, everything he does when he executes it, his mechanics, his fundamentals, they're so perfect.
Leg kicks, Mein piling them up already, 13 of 16, landing at an 81% clip.
That's a lot in the first round, man. You could see a big welt on the side of the left leg of Muhammad already. And this is a smart approach by Muhammad. You're not having a lot of success reaching this guy at range. Close it, get in the clinch. Maybe don't try and take him down, but try and beat him up here. You got to do something to break the rhythm that Jordan Mein had established there in the middle of round one.
And test his resolve. Find out if he really is focused. You're talking about a guy that has had issues in the past being really committed.
It's an excellent point. Excellent point. And for Mein, 75% of the strikes he's landed so far this round have been leg kicks. Can't leg kick from the clinch.
Good elbow there in the clinch by Muhammad. A second one as well.
Take a look at some of the clinch work from Muhammad here. Does a nice job at getting good head position, bam, and then sneaking that elbow in. And you're gonna see, ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, the cut that opened up on Jordan Mein.
And unfortunately, the cut man unable to close that thing up between rounds. So here we go, start of round two here. Mein was quick to laud the conditioning of Muhammad, but said he wanted to test his conditioning while being hit repeatedly. Level change there by Mein, nothing doing.
I mean, I don't even see any Vaseline over that cut. I mean, that's, what did he do to it?
He went Vaseline and then...
I don't see anything over it, though. I mean, that's surprising.
And some of that blood is leaking into Mein's eyes. And let's see if it affects his ability to judge distance. Beautiful leg kick there by Mein. A nice kick by Muhammad. Belal Muhammad succeeded in turning it into a dogfight in the last moments of the fight, and now he's doing it again in the beginning of the second round. And I think this is where he has his most promising chance of success.
Absolutely. Close the distance, get him in the clinch, land those elbows, those knees for as long as the referee will allow you. In space, he's just getting tagged with those leg kicks too often.
And there's another shot.
And also, this will allow him, as they jockey for head position, he's going to grind in that cut. He's going to open it up even more as he starts to use his head and press it against him.
And Mein trying to get out of there, but almost gives up his back.
Man.
Nice takedown by Muhammad, but Mein right back up to his feet.
And there's a cost to that, right? When you lift a guy like that and then you don't get any control, there's a cost, an energy cost. You're seeing Muhammad try to recover now.
Well, it's one of the more anticipated title fights of the year. It all goes down tonight. Yoel Romero, Robert Whittaker for the UFC's interim middleweight championship, UFC 213 tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 in the West. It is only on pay-per-view, and you can order it now. 3 minutes and change to go here, round 2. Nice body kick is there for Muhammad. Muhammad made his UFC debut a year ago yesterday. 5th fight in 366 days. He turns 29 tomorrow. We'll see if he can celebrate the birthday with a win tonight.
Now, I'll tell you what, he's done a nice job upping the tempo here in round 2. And in terms of volume, starting to outpace Jordan Mein.
Mein just landed 3 nice leg kicks. 2 to the outside and 1 to the inside. But Muhammad pressing him. And there he goes to the body as well.
Yeah, round 1, we saw Mein walking him against the fence and kind of controlling and dictating the pace. Muhammad trying to switch it around now and doing a much better job here in round 2, staying busy, having a hard time connecting just because Mein is so much longer.
Nice counter left is good for Muhammad as we go under 2 minutes to go in the round.
Haven't seen as many leg kicks from Mein. One was checked earlier in the round, and I'll tell you, you wrap your shin around someone's knee, I don't care how hard the kick is, man, that's not a good feeling. It may limit the amount of leg kicks Mein throws for the rest of the fight.
Brian, it looks to me like Mein slowing down. I'm seeing his mouth open, and I'm seeing him being more vulnerable in these exchanges.
I agree. Momentum right now is on the side of Muhammad, who's pressing the action, and, you know, a lot of times the clinch will do that to you, right? I mean, it looks like Mein's just laying against the fence right now, folks. You're not. I mean, it's a true isometric hold here that could start to wear you out. And I like the adjustments that Muhammad made. Right there at the end of round 1, he's carried them through here to round 2.
And Muhammad enjoys a dogfight, and this is what he's able to do. He's able to turn this into a real test of wills.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of will, I mean, talking about a guy who's fasting all day and then training for a UFC fight. It's
crazy.
That's something, I mean, all fighters do some dieting to cut weight. This is a whole new level.
Right. No, you can't highlight it enough, and he feels like it really gives him a mental edge over the competition. So far, so good for him here, especially in this round 2.
Boy, nice adjustment there. Dumps him on his head.
And he winds up on top here. Excellent scramble here. Mein trying to work those butterflies. You get those shins pressing on the inside legs of Muhammad, but Muhammad maintaining top position. Constant pressure, moves into half guard here.
And Mein has got to get a sense of urgency here in round 3, and he just may not have the gas tank to do it right now if he is fading.
About as clean a round as we've seen in the UFC out of Belal. Muhammad tries to mount Mein here late in the round. 3rd round forthcoming. On the cut and the cut man there. What's going on?
Look, normally when I get a cut like that, there's going to be a gob of Vaseline over it as I start the round. It's not happening. I'll try in between fights, go over and ask them what they're applying and what the methodology is there. But I mean, it's really starting to trickle down blood as soon as the round starts.
Mein's corner in desperation mode. They're starting to sense that Belal Muhammad is taking control of this fight. Beautiful turn right there by Jordan Mein, but Muhammad right back on him. He's not letting him do one thing.
No, and that's just a mindset, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to concede this position, and Muhammad really going after it right now.
Yeah, and that 2nd round was big for him, particularly the end of it. I mean, it's more of this, and he's continuing it here in the 3rd.
Yeah, he found a weakness, he found an opening, and now he's exploiting it. Not necessarily always looking for the takedowns, but happy to control there, pepper him a little bit. When the opportunity presents itself, he's dumped him a few times.
Yeah, he was able to weather the early storm by Mein, close that distance, and now, I mean, this is Belal Muhammad's fight to win.
And we're looking at Mein's corner. This is, from what I know, this is an inexperienced corner man here. This is not normally who we see corner Jordan Mein.
This is
Boy, good attempt here.
Meehan with a Kimura attempt here. Oh, he lost it. He lost it. He didn't control the body.
No. And again, look at that willpower from Muhammad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lose position right now. He's tired too, and that's just an attitude.
Yes. And a mad scramble.
So much of this sport is being comfortable in a state of exhaustion. When your heart's beating 160, 70, 180 beats per minute, just being used to that from training so much and being able to push and think through it. And right now we're seeing that from Muhammad.
Belal Muhammad almost has the back here. Now he does, both hooks in.
But what a huge statement he would make if he could submit Jordan Mein.
So Brian, you feel like the wrestling heavy attack though is more of Belal making in-fight adjustments as opposed to a strategy coming in?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this was not something coming in that he wanted to do. He wanted to stay in his face. He wanted to break him, but he thought attacking the body, doing things like that in the striking aspect was how he was going to do it.
He's gone to a body triangle and he's got the the left arm under the chin.
And plenty of time.
It's on the face. It's not under the chin. But he's just trying to smash his face here.
And if you're fading already, and Jordan Mein, who needs to recover and gain his breath, that body triangle is just awful.
And Mein is not rolling to his right side to relieve the pressure.
Nope. He's not even addressing it. He's just guarding the hands here. He's not fighting the body triangle at all. In fact, he's got his hips in the wrong position. I mean, this is helping Muhammad here.
Yeah, this is what we had kind of said coming into this fight. Does Jordan Mein have the will to really go to war with a guy like Belal Muhammad? Muhammad loves this kind of fight. I mean, this is where he thrives. This is where he succeeds. And Mein seems to have kind of shut down.
There are better places to be, Joe, in MMA than to be body triangle with somebody on your back here. Muhammad peppering away here with shots.
Well, there's worse places, too, which he's about to go into right now, belly down.
Awful.
This is where it's worse. If he can flatten him out, it's one of the worst positions in MMA. With that body triangle getting flattened out, I mean, Mein almost escaping here, a little bit of time.
He's got to separate these hands. He cannot let Muhammad clench here. He's got to try to find some space, but does he have the energy to do it at this point? And I really like the adjustments. Look at the adjustment here with the lock. Half Nelson here from Belal Muhammad with his left hand to keep the head pinned down and pressure there so he could just keep beating him up in the clinch.
I mean, this is where he has the most likelihood of success, and this is where he has wisely fought most of the second and the third.
Excellent fight IQ for Belal Muhammad, and you could see the growth in his all-around game, now training full-time at Rufus Sport. I mean, this is a man improving.
And look at him just staying on him. And again, Mein going for that Kimura, but no control of the body. No control of the body, and he's going to lose it again.
Yep.
Just over 30 seconds here in this third and final round. Mein able to get Muhammad down, albeit briefly. Belal Muhammad said he really is married to the game, just lives and breathes this stuff, and it's certainly showing here tonight. This is a guy who the majority of his UFC fights have come on short notice. Full camp in advance of this one tonight. The results are there.
He's looked fantastic against a very talented guy who, Jordan Mein had a very good round one in this fight as well, and Muhammad had to overcome that and adjust.
And here we see Belal Muhammad catching him at the end of that right hand. This was big. The elbows, particularly the elbow that cut him at the end of the first round, and the will and just the pace of Belal Muhammad staying on him, turning it into a war. Just a grueling contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
So Belal Muhammad, Tim Means. Maximum 3 5-minute rounds of welterweight action. Straight into the center of the octagon was Muhammad. Orthodox versus Southpaw. We got Means in the black, Muhammad in the green. Early exchanges there.
Really sharp striking from Means early on, making the most of that reach advantage that he has. He's such an unorthodox striker as well, really good at switching his stances, and moving forward as he's striking, moving backwards as he's striking, catching people with counter punches as they overcommit.
Muhammad was originally scheduled to fight Jesse Taylor, but that fight didn't happen. Jesse Taylor got flagged by USADA. Now is a very different opponent now with Tim Means. The only thing, however, that Muhammad was worried about was maybe the physical size difference. You were talking about the length of Tim Means and his reach.
Well, if I was to ask somebody which one of these fighters used to fight at lightweight, I would imagine most people would get it wrong. Yeah. I mean, Tim Means was a huge lightweight. He's a huge welterweight, but he uses his reach and height very well. He makes the octagon incredibly small, but also utilizes the reach very well. So people feel like they're on the end of his punches, but they can't reach him, which can be incredibly frustrating. And one of his best performances, in my opinion, was against John Howard, a beautiful counter right hook. And he kept it very tight to his body as well. He didn't wing it out, because if he had, it wouldn't have landed. Caught John Howard clean on the chin, who is a very tough individual in his own right.
Showing us different looks inside the octagon as well. Down against Alex Garcia, he wanted to prove his wrestling was strong as well. Garcia had something like the third most amount of takedown attempts coming into that fight, and you know, Tim Means did a very good job of dealing with him, coming away with a W.
Nice straight left there. Yeah, Alex Garcia is a powerhouse, but Tim Means didn't at all look out-muscled in that exchange. Nice short, tight right hook from Belal Muhammad there. Tim Means still pushing forward.
Talking of last fights, Belal Muhammad beat Jordan Mean, and he said that Tim Means is actually another version of Jordan Mean. That's how he's kind of got him in his mindset.
I would say the only difference between the two, and something that Belal Muhammad is realizing now, is that Tim Means, oh, that was a nice left hook there over the top of the lead hand of Tim Means. I would say the difference between Tim Means and Jordan Mean is the aggression of Tim Means. Right. He's far much more of a risk taker. Tim Means, to me, is a very intelligent fighter that tends to outthink himself a lot of the time, whereas Means is much more of a flow state fighter. He allows things to kind of figure themselves out, knowing that he has the skills to deal with whatever confronts him.
Later on, don't miss a complete recap of all the action in Sydney, Australia. Our FS1 UFC Fight Night post-fight show immediately following the main event on FS1, or stream it live on Fox Sports Go. So Means frustrating Muhammad with that long-reach jab.
Yeah, but Belal Muhammad is now starting to do very good at closing the distance off and coming over the lead hand of Tim Means. You see him continually throwing that left hook over the top, and then he starts to chain the right hand on the end of it. He's finding his range, but the pressure, I feel, is taking him by surprise.
He does look very big indeed. Standing in the center of the octagon, setting up the kicks. Tim Means actually has an ongoing court case against a supplement company that he used when he got flagged for a banned substance. He's really taking it to the big company there, wants to shut the doors on them completely.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. One for the little guy as well. You know, very costly process.
If USADA's taught us anything, it's that these supplement companies need to be held accountable for the terrible stuff they put in their products. They need to be regulated a lot better, because some fighters are getting caught out purely because they're using stuff that should be legal, should be cleared for them to use, but it's not because they're tainted, and that is a problem that Tim Means has faced in the past. And fortunately for him, he has the money to chase after it and to bring these people to rights. But
maybe he doesn't. That's maybe why he's taken this fight on late notice.
Maybe that's why he's chasing the fight of the night bonus tonight.
Exactly. Let's take a look at that then. So, total strikes landing very close indeed between both of these fighters.
Yeah, exactly the same with their success rate. 38% for both guys.
Belal Muhammad, I believe, moved closer to the gym recently. Or certainly lives close to the gym. Get a lot more training in.
Beautiful work there with a back fist to a right hand. Oh!
We'll be back for the next round after these. On Saturday, November 25th, former middleweight champion Michael Bisping and 26-year-old bruiser Kelvin Gastelum main event the UFC's first event in mainland China. And you can see it only on UFC Fight Pass. Action begins at 7 Eastern, 4 AM Pacific, only on UFC Fight Pass.
So the message from Tom Vaughan in the corner of Tim Means there is that Belal Muhammad's trying to come over the lead hand, which is what he's been landing a couple of times in that first round, the lead left hook. So that's the setup he's expecting now. So the question is, what does Tim Means do to deal with that? Does he move out of the way and avoid the left hook, or does he start to set Belal Muhammad up so he starts walking onto things? He has razor-sharp elbows. At one point, he actually said he's got the best elbows in the welterweight division, so maybe he's going to look to try and prove that again tonight.
He's having some nice success there. Nice head movement as well, Dan, not sort of overemphasizing it, just getting out of the way enough.
Yes. Oh, a guillotine attempt. Belal Muhammad rolls to pass, but Tim Means has still wrapped the neck.
Oh, the fence
Nice
got in the
work.
way. Well used by Muhammad. Gets himself in a dominant position here. Talking of fighters that have been with their coaches a long time, he's still with Lewis Taylor, who he's been with since his high school days. That's Belal Muhammad. One of 2 takedowns successful for Muhammad. But Tim Means back to his feet, using that reach advantage. Muhammad telling the media that he's feeling much more comfortable as a UFC fighter and being inside the octagon, which is why he's having more success. 2-fight win streak, won 3 of his last 4. Really wants everyone to be talking about his performance tomorrow.
It was kind of a baptism of fire in his debut because he fought Alan Jouban, and I think at the time people didn't realise, how dangerous Alan Jouban was going to turn out to be, and that turned out to be a fight of the night. But he did lose a unanimous decision. But then, you can learn so much from a loss, and with it being his UFC debut as well, I feel like he's turned that around very well. Picked up one more loss in the process to Vicente Luque, but a first-round knockout, sometimes you just get caught. Other than that, he's done good work, solid decision wins over Randy Brown, who's a very tall, awkward individual in his own right. And then, as we said, Jordan Meehan, who's a highly skilled technician.
Working behind that jab. Let's listen into the Rufus Sport corner of Muhammad.
Good, hands up. Hey, come change levels, buddy. He's pressuring. Make him move. Breathe. Hands higher, head moving. Have fun, hands up. Don't reach in his hand, buddy. Don't reach in his hand. Good. High low, Willie, off the jab, give me high low.
Nice work there from Tim Means, taking away the base of Muhammad as he was coming forward.
1-2.
Very technical sort of kickboxing encounter for the most part, Dan.
Yeah, very much so. They're kind of picking at each other at the moment, trying to open up a target to land something significant. Tim Means showed a rear knee just a second ago, because I think he's feeling like Belal Muhammad's going to level change again in a second. Especially now you see that swelling developing on the cheekbone of Muhammad. I expect him to level change and try and ground Means again.
Muhammad, former Titan FC welterweight champion. Tim Means has been a lightweight champion, welterweight champion, and a super welterweight champion as well.
Super welterweight, that's where you wear your underwear on the outside of your fight shorts, right?
Yeah, with a big S.
That's the one. Very evenly matched in the striking so far. I actually expected Tim Means to be able to edge this with his reach advantage. He does seem like the quicker fighter as well, but Belal Muhammad's got such a good understanding of how to find his way around those long limbs.
It's a very good point. He's foraging for openings and using like hand control and parrying stuff to just the small windows.
Nice overhand right there as well. Really tight on the stats. I mean, there are 2 strikes in it. Tim Means is 2 strikes ahead at the moment. 48 to 46.
Yeah, just a whisker between them. Last 10 seconds. We'll be back with round number 3 after these. The Octagon heads to Detroit and the brand new Little Caesars Arena for UFC 218 on Saturday, December 2nd. Max Holloway looks to defend his featherweight crown against former 145-pound champ Jose Aldo in a rematch of their June title fight. UFC 218, December 2nd, 10 in the East, 7 in the West, only on pay-per-view. Nice, hit me with one, I'll come back with two by Tim Means.
Good information from the coaches in the corner. Belal Muhammad's coach said, when you move, he follows, so try and set him up with something. And Tom Vaughan in the corner, he simply said, you've had this fight before. And that's the benefit of having so much experience like Tim Means has. You know, he's witnessed fighters like this before. He's been able to adapt and get the win before. So now he's just trying to draw on that experience and remind Tim Means of what he's been capable of in the past and try and get him to replicate it.
38th outing for Tim Means.
Oh, nice low kick on the outside. Spun Belal Muhammad around.
18 knockouts, Dan, as well. 5 of them clean, and amongst those wins by knees, punches, elbows. He really does have a full arsenal.
And all of a sudden we have a 10-strike margin, with Tim Means edging it. Higher success rates as well, 42% for Tim Means to 31% for Belal Muhammad.
Means has a really interesting backstory as well, overcome some real adversity in his life. I think he's been shot in the past as well, if I read that correctly. An addiction to painkillers as well, which we see quite often with athletes. Breaking the action here.
Okay, you all right? Yeah, let's go. Okay, all right.
Yeah, step back, referee, I'm ready, let's go.
Just hold the action while I put my contact lens back in. Head kick attempt from Belal Muhammad there, blocked by Tim Means, who's doing an excellent job of dictating the space in the octagon.
Yeah, you're a big fan of footwork, Dan, aren't you? Is there a lot to look at and admire here, by the way of Tim Means?
There is. He's very smart about the way he uses his footwork and about how he crowds his opponent. But as I was saying in the first round, with him being the taller fighter, you know, he does have the ability to keep people on the end of his punches, so he doesn't have to take a great deal of punishment. And if you look at the striking stats now, there's even more of a difference now. 41% success for Tim Means to 29 for Belal Muhammad. So Muhammad's throwing a lot of strikes that are whistling past the head of Tim Means, but at the same time, the ones that he is landing are really wringing the sweat off the brow of Tim Means. I mean, he's really throwing. There we go again. Lead left hook.
Am I reading into it too much? But for me, Tim Means having a lot of success with the jab from opposite stances as well. You don't normally see that as much, or maybe I need to watch some more boxing.
No, he's comfortable from both stances. And it's almost like he doesn't really have a set stance. He favors the southpaw position a lot, but if it's not working for him, he's quite happy to switch up and start trying something new. And he does seem very ambidextrous, so whatever he's good at on one side, he seems to be able to utilize on the other just as well.
There you go, little conversation with them, between them as well. Muhammad ducking down, throwing with more power. Third and final round, 1:50 left on the clock. Mixing it up now, nicely done here by Muhammad.
Beautiful head movement from Tim Means to get out of the way of that kick. A nice takedown defense as well.
I like that though from Muhammad. You know, we started to see a kick and then a takedown attempt. Keep Means guessing.
He's landed some excellent shots. He even got a smile out of Tim Means after a left hook right hand that he threw. But Means is, you know, his toughness, the strength of his chin is incredible.
Oh, very nice 1-2 there by Muhammad. These shots seem to be landing a little cleaner in the third round.
Yes. Oh. Flashes of Mortal Kombat again.
Yeah, it means getting creative now.
Oh, that was good work from Belal Muhammad. He threw the right hand. He slipped out the way of the return punch and then threw a second one in its wake.
Yeah, nice vocabulary of different strikes there by Muhammad. Look at these numbers as well. They are so tight. All the way through. Means with more volume here in the third and final round.
1 of 5 takedowns for Belal Muhammad as well. wasn't able to hold Tim Means down for very long. So you've got to wonder how the judges see that. Do they score it for the takedown effort, or do they score it for the 4 takedowns that Tim Means has defended? Oh, nice elbow there off the lead arm of Belal Muhammad.
Last 10 seconds. Kick there from Means. A bit of urgency as we head towards the bell. And that is the end of the contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. The totals are: Judge Manderson has it 29-28 for Muhammad. Judge Keach, 29-28 for Means. And Judge Field has it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
As Belal Muhammad tries to run his UFC winning streak to 4.
Ready, fight? Let's go.
Against the UFC newcomer, Chance Rencounter. Rencounter is in black out of the southpaw stance. Belal Muhammad is in green.
And Belal Muhammad immediately trying to walk Rencounter down. Not playing the fence at all, wants to push Rencounter against the fence.
And stylistically, some differences for Chance Rencounter compared to Nico Price, who Belal Muhammad was to fight here tonight. Nico Price, an orthodox fighter, but Muhammad was very dismissive of that chatter. He says, we train all types for all styles. He's not too focused on the opponent here tonight. And on the Belal Muhammad front, we also point out that he had this training camp during Ramadan, which runs May 17th through June 14th here in 2018, as Rencounter just misses with a left hand. So no food or water from dawn to dusk for Muhammad for the final 2 weeks of his training camp. Made weight here Thursday morning, couldn't rehydrate until the sun went down. His fellow fighters are blown away by that type of commitment, and I just think he deserves all the credit for it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Khabib talked very frankly about how I can't really get back into training camp until Ramadan's over. It's too hard on the body. Belal Muhammad having a fight in Ramadan, unbelievable.
Right. And he does believe it gives him a mental edge to train while he's fasting. Certainly hard to argue with that. Muhammad loads up on a right hand, but just misses.
And this is a guy, Belal Muhammad, who tends to go the distance. 13 wins, only 4 knockouts. Those are the 4 finishes of his career. He tends to go 15 minutes. He needs that gas tank. He needs that ability to turn it on late.
Muhammad, a very active striker, 6th highest striking rate among active welterweights. Heavy leg kick for Rencounter, who's got a hell of a frame for this welterweight division. Every bit 6'2".
Oh, nice. Got to keep Belal Muhammad on the outside with that jab and the lead leg. But Belal Muhammad, those short kicks with the left leg against the lead leg of Chance Rencounter. It's a great way to deal with a guy who has a height advantage. Take that leg out from under him. He keeps going back to it. It's a quick, easy, safe kick. Gotta watch that return left hand, though.
And Belal Muhammad, no stranger to being on the wrong end of the height equation. Guys like Tim Means and Randy Brown with huge length for this welterweight division. So nothing he hasn't seen before, at least in terms of the length.
Said it before, there's no bad build for MMA. It's how you use it.
Yeah.
Belal Muhammad uses his build very well, always pressing forward. Doesn't really try to play on the outside when it comes to the striking game. Nice commitment on that right hand. That's not going to work against Belal Muhammad. You won't get him with a reaching takedown.
2 minutes to go here, round 1.
To my earlier point, that's a disadvantage of Rencounter's build, is reaching down for that takedown and dropping level. You're not going to get underneath Belal Muhammad easily.
Oh. Muhammad gets his head off the center line, counters with a beautiful right hand.
Rencounter, you can see, paying a little too much of the countering game. He's waiting for Belal Muhammad to get into range, and so far Belal Muhammad too quick with that right hand. He's landing it before Chance Rencounter can throw something in the way to intercept him.
Name's Rencounter. You better have a good counter game.
Come on. Totally. Are you kidding me?
Calling all UFC fans, Jimmy, it's been 25 years in the making. For our 25th anniversary, we want to celebrate you, the believers, the faces of UFC, by telling your story. Go to UFC25years.com and share your story now.
Ren counter has to get busier with that lead hand, be it the jab or the hook.
That strike got Muhammad's attention. Belal Muhammad also lauded his teammate Gerald Meerschaert, UFC middleweight, for helping him during this training camp, mimicking Nico Price and late in the game Chance Ren counter. Nice big body to work with there in Wisconsin under Duke Rufus, Scott Cushman and crew.
10 seconds.
Final seconds of this first round. We're in Utica, New York for the FS1 UFC Fight Night Prelims, sponsored by Cerveza Modelo, the official beer of the UFC.
Round 2.
So we got to hear Alliance MMA's Nick Piedmont in the corner of Chance Ren counter. Outstanding coach. Your thoughts on the message to his student?
I agree 100%. Where Belal Muhammad is one moving forward, pressuring Ren counter. They said, get this guy moving backward. That means go over the top, throw that left hand, the power shot, whatever it takes to get him moving back. They don't like the pacing of this fight. Belal Muhammad right now is leading the dance. Both corners emphasize setting their opponent up with footwork for the power shot.
You see the total strike picture. Large advantage for Belal Muhammad in round 1. Beautiful stick with the left hand by Muhammad.
Nice timing on that.
And very rarely are you just getting one strike out of Belal. Oftentimes it is punches in bunches, combinations punctuated by kicks.
Much like Jimmy Rivera later. You're the shorter guy, you can't just throw one and done. You'll get outlanded every time. You have to throw in combination. That's what he does.
Muhammad with some outstanding ground and pound. We'll see if he uses it here. Nice job by Ren counter to get back to his feet. And quickly back to the center of the octagon. About a minute gone by here in round 2.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more kicks on the power side from Ren counter. They're in opposite stances. He's the longer fighter, long legs. We haven't seen one real attack to the ribs or to the head of Belal Muhammad. I'm pretty much waiting for Belal Muhammad to get into punching range. Sometimes you want to throw a hit kick just to keep the guy honest with the right hand. Maybe make him a little gun shy on that power side. You see a lot of times when somebody lands a power shot against an opposite stance, that hand becomes glued there. They're hesitant to throw it. They know what's coming if they bring it back lazy.
Muhammad proved a lot to himself in that Tim Means fight his last time out, that he could stand with a crafty, big striker, and the game plan was actually to wrestle, but he was enjoying the striking so much that he chose to stand and bang with Tim Means and left with the decision that night. Tonight, the game plan to strike against Chance Ren counter. Oh, beautiful crossing right for Muhammad.
Not just that, but a great slip off the punch before that. That's what set up the shot. Great head movement, great awareness. Make them miss, make them pay, and then finally there's that liver shot.
Nice stick on the counter by Ren counter. Less than 2 minutes now to go round 2. Little shovel hook by Muhammad.
Ren counter still hasn't solved the riddle of Belal Muhammad's forward movement. His coach said, get him moving backward, kind of become the boss, become the bully. He hasn't been able to do that in the second round. The song has essentially remained the same in round 2.
Muhammad continuing to advance here. Ren counter circling away from that Muhammad left. 1 minute now to go round 2.
We have not seen that big tactical change from Rencounter. He's been playing the outside, trying to catch Belal Muhammad coming in. Didn't work in round 1. So far hasn't worked in round 2. Belal Muhammad so far very, very comfortable.
And defensively sniffing out most of the offerings from Chance Rencounter.
Love that slip and attack. He's very good with that. Slips the lead hand, comes over the top with the hook.
Oof. Big right hand, and now the left from Belal Muhammad. Oh, double it up on the jab. So another big round for Belal Muhammad coming down here. Beautiful spinning side kick. We're right back.
Here at the end of the second round, look at this double jab. Right there, beautiful timing on that. Just short with the right hand. The Chance Rencounter. So far, no answer for the kickboxing of Belal Muhammad.
And once again, I like the work of Nick Piedmont, keeping it simple in the corner of Chance Rencounter. He wants him to move forward, get him to the cage, and try to take him down. I know it's easier said than done, but the message was simple. Now we'll see if Rencounter can follow up on that command here in this third and final round. Unofficially, just 12 total strikes landed for Chance Rencounter, 13 now. But Belal Muhammad has been the far more effective and efficient striker tonight.
And no real drop in volume between rounds. 25 in round 1, 25 in round 2.
Yep.
Something I always tell fighters, don't set a pace you can't keep. Belal Muhammad does not do that. But he's putting Chance Rencounter in a position where he has to take some serious risks, in my opinion, to get back into this fight. Belal Muhammad can sit back, work this game, try and pick him apart, and know that to get back in it, Rencounter has to do something drastic.
And Muhammad's offense is keeping him at bay and probably giving him pause in terms of trying to advance. Big cut underneath that right eye of Chance Rencounter.
So far in his career, Belal Muhammad, 13 wins, 4 by knockout. Don't expect him to rush or make a big mistake trying to get a guy out of there necessarily. He's content to see the final bell if he's ahead. So Rencounter has to make something happen.
Muhammad, outstanding fight IQ, smart guy, law degree from the University of Illinois. And as we mentioned during his walk, he put his name in the hat when guys like Kamaru Usman and Neil Magny lost their opponents recently. He didn't get those fights, but he feels like after tonight, a ranked guy could be next. Another stick and move there by Muhammad.
Nice hook over the top. That stung Rencounter. My question, if I'm his corner and just playing kind of devil's advocate here, I might say, look, you want the big fights against the big names? You want to fight in, you want to fight in Madison Square Garden against the big guys? Get this guy out of here. Right. Make the audition right now, because he tends to win, like I've been saying, by decision. That's great. He's outstriking Rencounter, but if I'm in his corner, I might say, hey, see if you can put this guy away, get him out of here, make that statement to get that big name.
Well, it looks like he's trying to do just that as he switches it up, goes to the takedown. Muhammad trying to get the ground and pound going, but once again, Chance Rencounter back to his feet. Under 2 minutes now to go.
Big names come from big performances. No criticism here. He's beaten Rencounter up. But this is where I might say, hey, see if you can sit down on these. Come in there, take some risks, and get him out.
Sat down on that right hand and landed cleanly. Another shot from Muhammad.
No guard, no guillotine. That's going to be extremely tough to finish. Doesn't even go for it. Great transition to the back.
Belal Muhammad trying to set up a fight-ending submission here. Ren counter doing a pretty good job defensively.
Yeah, also the problem is he's gonna have to get extension against the fence, and he's in good position now. It's a little high on the chin, though. The problem is you have to really arch his back and get extension with his hips. It's hard to do that when you're cornered like this.
Belal Muhammad, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt. His next win by submission will be his first. Ren counter continuing to work hard to fight off these choke attempts. 30 seconds to go. And I know, Jimmy Smith, you're not one for moral victories, but for Ren counter, you hear that final horn, wouldn't be the worst.
Very true. A lot of stuff he needs to work on in the gym to succeed at the UFC level. Talented young man. I think he can do it. But tonight so far, about the skills of Belal Muhammad.
Final 10 seconds of this one. Back to the feet. Big deep breath from Belal Muhammad.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 see it the same, 30-27. For your winner by unanimous decision, remember the name, Belal Muhammad!
And Belal Muhammad, both men making their second start of 2019. Muhammad in the green trunks, Millender is in black. Millender said Muhammad would be smart to wrestle with me.
Oh.
Millender is so long and strong for this division. He is a big 170.
Yes.
And carries a lot of power. He's also a very technical striker. Very sneaky, hides things, very creative.
Millender trains under Ben Jones, CSW Fullerton.
Nice low kick. Another low kick.
No surprise that Millender has come out aggressively here tonight. Muhammad trying to find his range on the feet.
Good left hook there by Muhammad.
Muhammad's a fantastic boxer. And also willing to put his nose in there and just go to fight.
He certainly is that. Muhammad was 9-0 when he got to the UFC, longtime Rufus Sport product. And hoping to continue the momentum established by Anthony Showtime Pettis a few weeks ago.
He told us he just wants to ride that wave. You know, he just wants to ride the wave of momentum that's in their team right now. Ben Askren, Anthony Pettis. Why can't it be Belal Muhammad too, you know?
That Anthony Pettis fight against Wonder Boy means
crazy, man.
Again, Millender working that lead leg of Muhammad. And now a cut on the eyelid of Belal Muhammad, not in a great spot.
Muhammad's
nice
having some good success with that left hook, and he might have stung Millender.
Oh, nice jab by Millender. Belal has to throw that lead hook because Millender's so long. He has no other way of engaging on his terms. He's trying to throw the hook to close distance.
Nice left hook to the liver. Good jab by Muhammad. Tries to rip the body, but Millender slides away.
Biggest thing Millender learned is that last time out against Eliseo Zaleski dos Santos as he eats the Muhammad jab there is that he can't try to escape like a wrestler. He's got to learn to escape like a grappler, and feels like in the last few weeks he's shored up some of those issues.
Belal's doing a fantastic job of feinting, man. He's feinting and then throwing that left hook, and he just tried to go right uppercut.
Lewis Taylor, Daniel Vanderlei in the corner. Muhammad want him to rip Millender off of the cage.
Oh, he's gonna circle back to his left, try to use that hook to drop Millender. Millender's just so athletic that he's able to stay upright.
Excellent defense in the hand fighting there by Curtis. And Belal working those knees to the thigh, trying to soften them up, and trying to find those openings. And there it is, drops down, going for the single. Well, he's relentless here, but Millender with fantastic takedown defense, amazing balance.
Great balance by Millender. Belal did everything right. Sometimes you can do everything right, and the guy will still just defend the position. Great job by both guys.
Eye poke.
Time. Listen, can you see me? Can you see me? You can see me okay? Come on. Okay, just do me a favor, please. Just keep that lead hand closed. I know it's difficult, but I need you to keep the lead hand closed. You good? You can see okay? Time back in. Time. Let's go.
Action resumes, less than a minute to go here in the round.
Oh, Millender's trying to time that left hook now. Belal's got to be very careful. Oh, that jab is sticking.
Yep, snap Muhammad's head back.
Oh, right hand, he stung him with that right hand.
Body kick from Millender, lands flush. Muhammad unable to
Especially since it came from a poke.
DC, what'd you think of Lewis Taylor's advice to Belal Muhammad after round one?
I thought he did a good job. He wants him to kind of pursue forward like that, but he's got to move his head. And he wants him to engage him in these positions. He just cannot stay at range. He cannot just stay at range with Millender. Millender's too long, and when he's out at the distance, he's getting jabbed to death and taking right hands back to back.
They're also calling for that 3-2, that left hook, right hand combination, and we've seen Belal have some good success with that left hook early in the round.
Muhammad fighting for a second underhook, unable to get it. Now level changes.
You know, it's so difficult, this position, being in a single and lifting a guy up. That just tells you how crazy Habib is, where he lifts him and he trips with the inside leg. It's not even like a technique that you would normally do, but he's so strong, he does that takedown over and over again.
You've been known to elevate some people yourself with that single.
Yeah, but it's my head's on the outside. I wish I could do it with the inside single. Muhammad's doing a better job of head movement this time. That's the thing about a debut like Curtis Millender had, you know, like the way he just blazed through Thiago Alves. You know, it's like he's still fighting very well, but then you start to fight guys like Belal Muhammad all the time. When you knock out Thiago Alves like that, you don't get any fights where you could look as good again.
Right.
You know, it's very difficult to replicate that because you're fighting such tough guys every time.
Good counter right there from Curtis Millender, who of course ran into the ranked Eliseo Zaleski dos Santos his last time out. Round two's been good to Belal Muhammad. This was the round against Jeff Neal in which he made the right adjustments and had his best moments of the fight.
Oh, that left hook, leaping left hook right there by Belal. And it's very difficult to look very good against Belal because he's so good. And he's so tough and he's so hard to fight.
Millender also felt like Muhammad covers ground well, so even though he's on the wrong end of the reach equation, he's able to close that distance. Nice shot there.
Like as you said. Look at this. Looks like he's getting it. He gets it.
Nice takedown by Belal.
This is huge, absolutely huge for Belal Muhammad.
And he can really start to push a high pace on him.
And he's still got a good solid 2 minutes plus to go. Now let's see how much Millender has tightened up that grappling game, and if Belal Muhammad can get out of this half guard and perhaps maybe move to some position where he could attempt a submission, because he has very good submission techniques himself. And he should have the advantage on the ground.
Muhammad was 0 for 8 on his takedown attempts against Jeff Neal, 1 for 4 tonight against Millender.
And even if he doesn't go chase a submission, right? You think he lose round 1, you go get a takedown with 2 minutes left. Great top control. You take round 2, and then you know that if you get a takedown, you felt Millender now on the ground, and you want to try to exploit that again as the 3rd round starts.
And he's beating Millender up here. He's landing some good elbows, good short shots right there. And Millender not really making much of an attempt to get out of here.
Belal just seems to be doing everything right? He's controlling the underhook with the left side. He's got great head position. He punches, then he goes back and secures position. He's not giving Millender many options to get out, to create space and distance.
He's gonna get out. Oh, look at this though. Hold on a second. Millender. Millender in full guard now. And we haven't seen anything offensive from Millender off his back in terms of his jiu-jitsu. Let's see what he can do. It looked like he was trying to secure that right arm, but Belal's having none of it. Big elbow by Belal Muhammad. Outstanding. There's another one with the left. Big round for Belal Muhammad. Oh, yeah.
I'm taking him down right away at the beginning of the next round.
Or making
him on his legs.
Huge second round for Belal Muhammad, who can go all day. A big 5 minutes for him there, DC, and a big takedown, of course, set up. Nearly 3 minutes of top control time for Muhammad.
I mean, John, once again, look, beautiful level change. Drives him to the fence, gets his hands locked. Before he couldn't get his hands locked. And once again, it is not something you're gonna see at pause it. You're not gonna see it at a clinic, but there goes that outside trip again to secure the takedown by Belal Muhammad. It's like 3 fights in a row tonight. We've seen that same exact finish, John, when guys are on double legs, or women are on double legs.
You gotta get to a hip that's gonna open the hole for your underhook. You understand me? Tell me you understand me.
I understand, sir.
Okay, get to your hip, get the underhook. If you're flat on your back, it's hard to pummel. Yeah. Listen, just keep your footwork when you're standing up and you got this shit. Go straight down the pipe. Abandon your hooks for right now. Run straight down your punches and attack the game plan kick, and this shit's money. Right. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Now go get this victory, huh? Let's go.
Was happy to get this one in before Ramadan. And we'll see if he can continue the momentum established in round 2.
Yeah, Belal's one of the few fighters that will train and fight during Ramadan. And it's really very unusual because it's so difficult. They can't have any food from sun up to sundown.
Yep, no food or water. Dawn to dusk. And he's had several training camps during Ramadan.
Oh, there he is, smart. Level change. Oh, big knee by Millender.
Do that. Very nice.
Most guys won't attempt training camp. He said he doesn't prefer it, but he is willing to do it. But now Millender's like he's hip to it, right? He's hip to the double leg. So now Belal needs to take a shot off of the left hook.
Belal is relentless, though. He's really putting the pressure on. There's that right hand. He seems to think the momentum is going his way. He feels it. He's putting a lot of pressure on Millender. There's that left hand. Millender's right hand by Belal. Millender is fading.
He is wearing it. Good entry.
Deep. He's
got
deep
the hands
on
locked, got him down again. Yep.
Gets him down again.
I mean, the pace of Belal Muhammad is
outstanding. Outstanding. And he's got a lot of time to work now. 3:40 to go.
So a high amplitude takedown for Belal Muhammad, his second of the fight on 7 attempts. And Curtis Millender in some trouble here midway through round 3.
But even in between rounds, Curtis's corner told him, get to a hip that allows you to go get an underhook so you can get back to your feet. Right now, that hip is his right hip. He has to get to his right hip to try to get to an underhook. He's just trying to power out of that. That's not going to work.
It's not going to work. It's definitely not going to work on Belal Muhammad. His legs are limp. He's not doing anything with his legs to manipulate Belal's legs. He's not going to a lockdown. He's not going to sweep. He's not hip escaping. And he's probably absolutely exhausted at this point. And Belal, who is known for his fantastic cardio, he feels this, and he's putting a real pace on Curtis. And he's the superior grappler. He's going to maintain his position. Plus, he knows that Dos Santos submitted Curtis Millender in his last fight. So the grappling is the hole in Millender's game, and Belal Muhammad has managed to capitalize on that in round 2 and now in 3. But 3 with much more time to work.
Well, Muhammad comes from a great camp. The fight IQ also on display. He has employed the right strategy here in rounds 2 and now 3.
Well, he's trying to get that right leg free, and, you know, look, Curtis is not offering much defense here. He's barely hanging on, and he's not doing much off of his back other than trying to hang on to that right leg. If Muhammad can get on top and get to a mount or side control, and he might do it right here. There it goes.
Yep, there it is.
Curtis could be in real trouble here. He could get stopped here.
And look at the experience of Muhammad. He didn't just try to posture and start raining on punches. He dropped his hips first, secured the position before he postured.
Yes. Well, Curtis did a good job there of hip escaping and getting back to half guard, so at least a little bit more defensive here. But I expect that the Belal Muhammad is going to escape this again.
Look at how loose the guard of Millender is, though. It's like so loose that if Belal pushes the knee, he can slide him through.
There it is. He's barely hanging on. The only thing that he's doing is kind of adjusting his body and capturing that leg again.
Yep.
Those big explosive actions of Millender will help you to recover half guard, but it will not get you all the way off of your back.
Yeah, but he made a very easy transition there to side control. Very easy. And Millender didn't even see it coming. He just stepped that leg away to the right.
Oh, he went side control in the mount instead of just straight to mount this time.
And he's on top now. Look at this.
And now he's got dominant full guard.
Full mount here for Belal Muhammad. Oh, big shots by Muhammad. And Curtis is giving up his back.
Well, for those of you just joining us, welcome to Atlanta. Big moment here late in round 3. Belal Muhammad and Curtis Millender. John Anik, Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier. It was a good start for Millender in round 1. It has been all Belal Muhammad here in round 3 as we continue with our featured bout of these early UFC 236 prelims.
Yeah, from 3 minutes into the second round when Belal Muhammad got that takedown, it's been all Muhammad. Fantastic performance here, and I suspect he's going to walk away with a well-earned decision.
UFC win.
And Belal Muhammad, he solved the riddle. There's that beautiful jab of Millender. It was the distance and the striking of Millender that was hard for Belal to close in on. He got popped by jabs. But from the moment that Belal was able to get that takedown and get on top of Curtis Millender, it was all Belal Muhammad. Then he was able to do that even quicker in the third round. The third round, he hit Curtis Millender with some really good shots first, standing up, wore him out, then get on top and landed some very good ground and pound.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-27, 29-27, and 30-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
Sato, plus 290 underdog tonight against the prohibitive favorite, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad. Muhammad is in green, Takashi Sato out of the southpaw stance in red.
Watch that right hand of Muhammad. That's his favorite punch, and against the southpaw, that's a good punch to have lined up.
Muhammad, who lives with Jared Gordon in Milwaukee, is truly married to the game, absolutely obsessed with mixed martial arts. Caught a nice counter there from Sato on the jab. But Muhammad really believes he's ready to challenge that welterweight top 10 and is hoping to produce a result that will lead to that opportunity tonight. Nice left hook lands from Muhammad over the top.
Right hand of the body, left hook over the top. Sato reading that left uppercut. It's a good read because Muhammad does change levels a lot. He drops his head to set up the double leg and to set up the overhand right. So that left uppercut for Sato will be there as the fight moves on if he keeps timing it. Especially the way he's throwing that lead jab out. Forces Muhammad to slip his head to the inside and outside and set up that uppercut as well.
Beautiful left hand Lands for Belal Muhammad.
3 times, and it's because he's going to the body first, so it sets up the left hand. It's very nice by Muhammad on that one.
Muhammad training side by side with Paul Felder and several other UFC fighters over the last 2 months. Nice jab there from Sato.
Oh, and he steps through with the overhand left and it lands. He's got Sato hurt. One thing about Sato, though, is the durability is going to be there. And there's the double leg. He's going to lock the hands, look to take the back here. It's really hard to take guys down from this position unless you just throw them right away from the fence. You can throw them right on their head because they're not on the hands. And there it is right there. Separates.
Beautiful jab there from Takashi Sato. He's got UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman in his corner tonight.
Sato reads the left hook on that one finally. Ate about 4 of them before he read it. Let's see if Belal can continue to land.
Man.
Ouch.
Right in front of us, that snaps Sato's head back.
Nice jab.
Belal Muhammad 9-0 pre-UFC before making his debut in 2016. A fight of the night with Alan Jouban, survived 3 knockdowns that night. Vicente Luque, the only man to finish Belal Muhammad. Sorry to cut you off there, Chin.
All good. You always got good info, John.
Nice short right hand from Belal Muhammad. If there's been any knock on Muhammad, it's just that the finishes haven't necessarily piled up, but he has been very entertaining every step of the way in his UFC run.
Keeps a very high offense, and a lot of times it's with his wrestling, and that's why he doesn't maybe necessarily have a ton of finishes, but he gets his opponents very tired, he wears on them, and then he starts to land the big punches after that.
A lot of people have wanted a piece of Belal Muhammad here in Abu Dhabi this week. He has handled all of those requests with his usual grace. Nice entry on the double leg, and he slams Takashi Sato down.
And that's what he does super well, is he times his double legs and he gets these positions and he rides people out in these rounds. Kills the clock, does a little, softens them up real well, and then goes for the finish in the later rounds. But right now, that was a good timing on that double leg.
Muhammad, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt under Daniel Vanderlei, has yet to win a pro fight by submission. Oh. Some nice elbows from Belal Muhammad. Nice way to close out the first round. Eastern today. Round 2 here. Belal Muhammad in green, Takashi Sato in red. Duke Rufus certainly liked what he saw from his pupil in round 1.
I love the way Sato throws his punches. He doesn't really load on them. They just kind of come out, and that's why they've been landing. The jab's been landing a lot, and that left hand landed very clean for Sato.
Yeah, great footwork, very light on his feet.
He does probably want to keep that right hand high, though. That left hook has landed over and over for Belal.
Nice job by Sato to sniff out that takedown attempt from Muhammad. Beautiful work there, body head by Muhammad.
Nice combo there for Belal. Now he's adding to that left hook, adding the right hand behind because Sato's reading the left hook a little better, but still, I think Muhammad's best read so far is that that left hook could put Sato down. As you're seeing there, it's coming close, and he just keeps that right hand floating out so far because he likes that jab so much. That's why the jab lands a lot, but also that's why Belal's been able to land the hook. You give and you take.
Ooh. Muhammad landing at a 58% clip with his strike attempts thus far. Shot from way out there. Now has the back of Sato's able to drag him down briefly. Sato back to his feet, coming up on 3 minutes to go here, round 2.
Nice judo throw there from the overhook for Sato.
A little swelling underneath the left eye of Muhammad. Nice body head combination again from Belal Muhammad. We've also seen a definite physical maturity out of Takashi Sato dating to his Pancrase days. The Sato corner calling for him to cut Muhammad off. Muhammad switching up the footwork, going southpaw there for a moment. Muhammad continues to be the busier guy, and he puts a pace on you, man.
He does, and that's, you know, there's a lot of people say he doesn't have the finishing like we had mentioned earlier, John, but the pace that he keeps is what wins him these fights. He's constantly being offensive. He's constantly going. He doesn't really, even if he gets tagged, he keeps taking chances, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And that big right hand landed partially on the shoulder, nearly caught Sato flush. Under 90 seconds here to go round 2. As we show you the numbers on the distance strikes, pretty even, although Muhammad a touch more efficient.
Nice left straight,
yeah,
down the pipe.
One of his better strikes of the fight. Now he rips the body and eats a right hand.
So he looks for the left uppercut, and because the hand doesn't come back, it allows Belal to land a nice overhand right.
Non-stop pressure being applied by Belal Muhammad. Takashi Sato and his chin have held up pretty well under the onslaught.
Yeah. Oh, that was just absolutely beautiful the way he timed that trip. Step through, I mean, that was just off of the pressure of Belal there. And now he's getting this side mount with that pressure on the chin. Keep Belal flat on his back. See what he can do with it.
Sato competed in the Judo National Championships back in the day while he was at university. Second degree Judo black belt.
And that's exactly what you're seeing out of those takedowns. That was just absolutely beautiful.
Nice way to close out the round for the underdog Sato. Laud the work of these corner men, and when it comes to Duke Roufus, just a great job slowing down those 60 seconds, right? Giving Belal 2 or 3 concrete, concise things to work on, and among them, just trying to steal that angle here against Sato, the southpaw.
No doubt Duke Roufus, one of the best. No doubt. Ooh, big. I don't know if that was a headbutt or a right hand, but that one hurt.
Yeah, looked like a
Sato.
clash of heads to me. We'll have the truck look at it.
Yeah, it looked like a headbutt.
And it
cut.
yeah.
Sato. That's what happens Southpaw conventional a lot. You see the butting of heads because the way the legs line up. Yeah, I just saw it was a headbutt to the chin, but then the left hook is what actually landed to the eye to cut Sato. So it was a clean strike to the eye.
Crowd trying to get behind Belal Muhammad here. About 4 minutes to go in this one.
that's a nice read. That's the first high head kick he's thrown, and it landed because he hasn't been showing it at all. It was a nice read by Belal there. Goes for the takedown. It's a lot of energy wasted, and that's the judo that you're seeing from Sato, to be so hard to take down whenever you lift him. He hooks his ankles around yours, and then you can't lift him, and it just, so much energy. Nice right hand.
Crack by Muhammad. Now, you said a lot of energy wasted. When it comes to Muhammad, I'm not sure it's wasted, though, because he has so much energy.
Yeah, you might be right. It's just when I see, when you know as a fighter, when you feel that lift and you just go to explode to get him down, and then they hook their ankles, it's just a lot of energy. But like you said, John, look, stayed right on it, got after the shot, and now he's got that choke in.
Muhammad underneath the chin of Takashi Sato.
It's not all the way in yet, but it is tight. Nice, he switches to the other side.
There's
that
the
is
tap.
Beautiful.
Belal Muhammad with his first career win by submission.
Beautiful job by switching the lock to the opposite side. While Sato was doing the right thing, fighting the hands, Belal did the right thing also, switching the lock to the opposite side in the hand fight, getting the choke.
Here's Belal's finish.
He hooks the ankle on the double leg, was able to take him, take the back, go straight for the choke immediately. And as you see here, he does the right thing, gets it under the chin. Sato doing the right thing, fighting the hands, but he switches the lock immediately, and that's just too quick of a switch, and Sato's winded, so that choke goes in even faster. When you're already winded, you're already in a hard fight, and that goes in, I mean, you're already out of air. That's why you see the tap so quick. I mean, he's just, that thing got sunk in.
Referee Vyacheslav Kislev has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 55 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
Chicago, stand up. Chicago, stand up.
As he takes on Belal Muhammad, the -130 betting favorite.
Ready, sir? Ready? Fight!
And with that, we are underway. This fight clock is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Muhammad in green, Lyman Good is in black.
And can we just take a second to appreciate the physique of Lyman Good? I mean, my word.
We can.
That is a genetically gifted young man there. In fact, it reminds me of myself when I used to fight. That's exactly what I look like.
I just want one day to walk around like that. Just one day.
Exactly. I mean, straight away, Lyman is playing into the hands of Belal. This is the type of fight that Belal wants. Both in close quarters, exchanging blows. Lyman, to be successful, needs to pump the jab, keep it at range, throw the 1-2, and then move off on the angle. He's got the better, straighter shots. Belal, he likes to brawl and then likes to go into the takedown. So, not the smartest approach so far from Lyman, if I'm honest.
I think that Lyman Good's doing what he can best with his tactics and keeping the pressure and trying to head off Belal by not following him. He's heading him off, leading the back leg. If Belal moves right, he moves left farther, and vice versa. You got to keep him in a box, and that's what Good's doing well. But Belal's keeping the footwork moving the way he's supposed to. If I'm Lyman Good, I keep that pressure, start going to the body of Belal, because it looks like Belal's going to start looking for takedowns soon.
Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC.
And the pressure is key for Good. This is the best thing he's doing. That pressure will keep Muhammad from being able to do what he wants, and it will pull the shots out, make it much easier for Lyman Good to see the shots, because he'll telegraph it more if he keeps pressuring. Nice uppercut.
Yeah, very, very nice. Very fast as well. But Lyman doing a good job. He's cutting off the cage nicely.
Footwork and the switching of stance is really being tricky right now for Muhammad. It looks good.
Muhammad feels like he's got a lot of different tricks in his arsenal, a lot of different ways to beat Lyman Good here tonight. And feels like he can break Good, so we shall see if that materializes for Belal.
Yeah, that was a very nice body kick. A few more of them and he will break, because that was powerful. Yeah, Belal coming into this one very, very confident, says that this is going to be a big coming out party for him. Not that he's underestimating Lyman whatsoever, and he shouldn't, because Lyman's a terrific fighter. You know, knockout power in both hands.
A little cut under the right eye of Belal Muhammad, who has Lewis Taylor and Daniel Vanderlei, the old reliables, in his corner, and also Mike Valley, whom he trained his striking with in Chicago, given the current climate in the world. Also went to Fortis MMA and aligned with his former opponent, Jeff Neal, who has been a huge source and friend for Belal over the last several months.
the stance switch is really keeping Belal from getting pressured, because the stance switch, he fires a left hand and he curls out with a counter right hook. And if he goes to the other side, he's always got an answer side to side, so that Good is basically not able to set his feet and land the way he wants to because of Muhammad's footwork and movement.
Loading on the right. Watch out, he's loading on the right. He's looking for his right.
Lyman, for the most part, is throwing one shot at a time. It's either a jab or a right hand or a singular kick. I'd like to see him piece the combinations together, do a 1-2. As you said, Don, Belal doing a good job, switching stances, lateral movement, left and right. He's making it hard for Lyman to find his target, but still he needs to cut the cage off, force him back, educatedly in a smart manner, and then let the hands go.
Maybe double up on the jab, triple up on the jab, right, Mike? High-low with the jab, since that's what he's throwing, huh? And right now what I like about Belal, you see the fakes. The fakes are getting Lyman Good to fight and clinch his defense. And that's really helping him a lot too, is the way that Muhammad fakes like he's gonna come and then gets out of there.
Less than a minute to go in the round. Little slip on the side of the octagon for Belal a moment ago. Beautiful jab from Muhammad.
Yeah, really cut through, found the target.
Slight advantage for Muhammad in terms of the significant strikes. Landed a knee there to the body of Good.
That lead kick for Belal is very, very nice, but so was that from Lyman. Landed a good jab there. Tried to follow up with the right hand, didn't quite find the target. He's starting to put the combinations together better now. That was a 1-2-3. He needs more of that.
Vicente Luque is still the only man to finish Belal Muhammad, who is competing in his 20th pro MMA fight tonight. Both guys exchange high kicks, both partially blocked. 5 minutes down, round 2 coming up. Well, there has never been a better time to sign up for UFC Fight Pass with 6 brand new series streaming now and the return of Invicta, LFA, Cage Warriors, Roy Jones Jr. boxing and more next month. Sign up today, get your fill of combat sports from around the globe. UFC Fight Pass, step into our world.
You know, I gotta say, I fully agree with the corner work of Lyman Good. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to knock his performance too much, given, you know, the current circumstances, but he does look very stiff. He's trying to knock him out with every single shot. He just gotta relax the shoulders a little bit and just pump it out and let it find its home naturally. You know, as I say, you can even see the expression on his face. It's very tense, very stiff. All that's gonna do is slow you down. It's gonna cost you a victory, potentially.
You know, what I love about Belal is the way he's moving parallel side to side, and then he'll pull Lyman Good into his power shots. He's not just staying stationary and throwing, he's pulling Lyman Good and almost leading the dance into the power shots, and it's slick to watch. Nice takedown. He did it with the takedown too, and great defense by Lyman Good.
Beautiful defense, because he was actually down there, you know, but he scrambled perfectly, reacted to it just the way he needed to, and finds himself back on the feet. Very nice work.
Muhammad, though, mixing it up well. Shoulder strikes, calf kicks, takedowns, now an elbow over the top. Another shot from Muhammad. Good, able to stay upright.
Couple double jabs from Lyman Good would really assist him in this pressure.
Yeah, just jabs in general.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a real nice, fast, straight jab. You start pumping that thing out, push him back, punish him on the nose. On the flip side, look at that. That's beautiful work from Belal. The lateral movement, the side to side.
Actually, right over here. Right over here. I'm just saying, keep doing this. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Nice.
Watch your fingers, please. Okay? Time in. Fight.
Warning there from Chris Taioni to keep those fingers pointed upward instead of outward.
The way Belal switches stance is so seamlessly, no effort whatsoever. It's really nice.
He is the consummate case of a guy who does not rest on his laurels. He tries to develop every skill, every camp. Nice right hand from Good. Good, a little bit flat-footed here. Nice jab there from Lyman.
Oh, Didn't connect, but a really nice attempt.
Well, he doesn't switch step, he doesn't load it, it just kind of throws up there. It's very quick. Now he's southpaw and he's looking for that left hand right now. Ooh, good left kick.
Simon, let it go!
Yeah, and he's doing a good job, as you said earlier, Dom. Whoa, that was nice. Oh, best combination so far. Does a good job of making Lyman chase him down. Obviously, he backs up. He knows that Lyman's going to follow him. Then he plants his feet and fires the punch. Really setting him up nice. Whoa! Here we go.
See, Good starting to get frustrated and say, you know what, man, quit moving. Just sit still and let me fire a combination. It's really annoying, Lyman Good, that he won't sit still. And I love Muhammad the way he's moving side to side, always making him. You cannot set your feet and be powerful. If you can't set your feet, you can't be as powerful as Lyman Good wants. He wants to knock him out. And by making him move side to side, it's taking some of that edge off of Good's punches. Nice 1-2.
I gotta say, Belal Muhammad looks the best he's ever looked.
Sharp as ever.
Sharp as ever. The speed is improved. The footwork is beautiful. Really coming with a good game plan.
And even when Good raises that guard, there's still a lot of steam behind these kicks tonight.
Let's move our feet. Let's move our feet. Hands and feet. Hands and feet move together, Belal. Hands and feet. There you go. There you go.
Just over a minute to go here in round 2.
And Good's doing the right stuff with the pressure. He's just not mixing it up enough with combinations. And
there we go.
Nice right hand.
Massive right hand.
Nope, he gets out of there.
They were big shots.
See, in the past, Belal might have sat there and traded, but now he's staying on his bike. He said he wanted to fight this way, and it's working for him to stay out of too much damage.
Yeah, he was definitely tagged there. Definitely stunned a little bit. Did the right thing, got out of there. And Lyman recognized it. He tried to pull on the pressure, but he wasn't there.
Looked like maybe a clash of heads might have opened up a cut on the right eye of Muhammad there.
Breathe. Breathe. Get on the ball. Good. Make him find you. Give me a 4-piece. Finish with the head. Hit it now. Good. He's looking at the ball.
That left kick of Muhammad has been potent tonight. 10 seconds to go in the round. All right, a stand-up affair so far. Third and final round coming up next.
Okay, last round, guys. Here we go. Fight.
So we mentioned Lyman Good fighting in honor of his late father who passed away just 4 weeks ago. For Belal Muhammad, as he goes high with the kick, his father's store in Chicago was looted and destroyed a few weeks ago. So we shout out the Muhammad family as well, as they are dealing with that unfortunate circumstance. But it has sort of forged that family together as if they weren't close to begin with. So
yeah, and Lyman was actually saying he camped out in his store to stop his gym, pardon me, to stop the looters. Said I was camped out in there, I had my guns, I was ready to go.
Oh,
very nice.
And I think mixing that in and then following with hands might do some good against Belal right now. Good read to throw that kick. Good jab. Just really up the punch count. I think in this third round might do Lyman. Big shot.
Two massive shots, and that takedown attempt is everything that Belal needed, just to give him some time to get his whereabouts, to recover from those shots, because they were big.
And an urgent recovery by Muhammad, but no denying the power of Lyman Good. All he's got to do is touch him.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that says a lot about Belal Muhammad. I mean, he was out on his feet, it looked like, and he almost got a takedown.
That right hand came super close. That was hard. Lyman is throwing
and the
heat
left.
right now.
He's definitely hurt. There it is again.
Good's finally finding his mark. And he's landing more and more. And he's looking to get the confidence he needs to maybe finish this fight right now.
Big knee.
Yes. So the tide's starting to turn a little bit. There's the uppercut from Lyman Good. Nice counterattack from Muhammad.
Muhammad will not go away easy.
Lyman's got really loose now. He's really loose. The first 2 rounds he was a little tense. Now he's enjoying himself. He's throwing it all out there, trying to get the finish.
And now we're seeing Belal get pulled into that firefight that he didn't want to.
And Lyman Good, a lot of output tonight. The cardio has held up. Round significant strikes, big advantage for Lyman.
Rolled under that shot beautifully.
Nice right hand by Belal there on the break.
This is a really close fight as well. I'm not sure who's ahead on the scorecards. Still anybody's fight, I'd say.
Good has really rallied to close that gap and now take the slight lead in terms of significant strikes. We have crossed the midpoint of this third and final round. Another right for Good.
And that right's finding the hole more often. And that body shot.
2 huge body shots. And Belal staying on his bike, still moving, trying to pull Good into his punches, but Good definitely looking a little bit more powerful in this third round.
Yeah, well, Lyman probably thinks, you know, Belal's probably ahead. He's landing more shots. He's kind of controlled the action. So Lyman's probably aware that he needs a finish to win, even though it's a close fight. But look at this. Walks onto a knee.
That's the knee that Belal's corner was calling for. Very nice read to throw that knee in. Oh, what an awesome takedown. That was hard to get, and he made it work.
First takedown.
Nice defense. Gets back up on the hands. Can he break away?
That's how you get back to your feet.
Let's get him the seatbelt first. Stay heavy to the left. Hand control.
90 seconds to go. Muhammad 1 of 6 on his takedowns, but wasn't able to do anything with that one. Let's check in on the corner of Belal Muhammad.
Good. High cross underneath. Rip. Big dump. You got this. You got this. Explode. 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 Belal, explode. Get busy. You got 1 minute. Don't stop moving. Move your feet, Belal. Move your feet.
Pro fighter Lewis Taylor doing a great job in that Muhammad corner. Final minute now.
I mean, listen, these guys are really trying to go for it here, trying to knock each other out. It's a lot of fun to watch.
What a fight.
Yeah.
And these guys are laying it out. Ooh. Nice double leg. Just got it, throws the hooks in. Oh, and this is how you got to finish the round if you're Belal. If you're going to give yourself a chance, this could get him the decision, even getting rocked in the beginning of this round.
But he's got the body triangle as well, so I don't think he's going to go anywhere in the next 20 seconds.
This might just be what Belal needed to win a decision here. After that drop earlier in this round.
Still going to be tough to win this round after the earlier knockdown, but controlling Lyman Good here down the stretch. Unable to really get under the chin here.
Yeah, he's trying though.
What a fight.
Great fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
Diego Lima's in the building.
Ready.
As big a betting underdog as we have on this fight card, top to bottom at plus 370. This fight clock is brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Muhammad is in green, Diego Lima's in black.
You see Belal right away take the center of the octagon. Feels like he is going to break Diego Lima as the fight goes long with his cardio, pace, and pressure. Much easier said than done.
Good early connection with the left hand that allows Belal Muhammad to enter in on a takedown attempt here.
And as I spoke about on the walk, Diego Lima has really improved his takedown defense. That is where he struggled early in his career when he was trying to find his way. Now he's been able to defend against guys like Court McGeejo, and that allows for you to build a confidence because he's so good in the stand-up.
And Diego has a really good check left hook. And as Belal constantly, he's throwing that jab out there. But he looked for it right there. As Belal might have got an eye poke there. Oh, no.
Here we go, here we go.
Does he have a contact lens?
Here we go,
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Ready?
Technically, you're not allowed to wear contact lenses in there, as I'm sure you know, Joe.
I know people do it anyway.
That's right. That is true.
Belal, this is so typical of his style. He just doesn't give you any room to breathe. No. Constantly puts pressure on you. A lot of feints. Doesn't give you anything either. I mean, if you want to hit him, he's coming at you.
And his boxing has really improved as he's gone on in his UFC career.
And we really saw that in the Lyman Good fight. We were just talking about that as they were walking towards the octagon. To beat Lyman Good is a straight-up assassin. And Belal Muhammad won a unanimous decision over that man.
Belal landed a beautiful right hand on Diego Lima. He's blinking the eye. You can see a little swelling over the left eye of Lima already.
Right. Some nice body work thereafter from Belal Muhammad, who comes in tonight the ranked fighter and believes he can break Diego Lima, has to stay in his face, but he has certainly prioritized the finish. He believes if he's going to get that big name in the top 10 as a near -500 favorite, he's got to put Diego Lima away tonight.
Belal is he's such a veteran. You notice as he's coming in, he's not just coming in, he's coming in with a lot of feints, a lot of looks. He's giving you a lot of movement. Look at that, beautiful kick to the body, no telegraph.
Diego Lima has to get some respect, man. He's got to set down on something and really make Belal respect him. Not allow for him to just walk him down. Now, he lands these big leg kicks, right? But he's got to put him on notice with something with the hands. He's got to punch him. He's got to really set down on something, bite down on the mouthpiece, and show Belal that he ain't going to be able to just walk him down like that.
There's 2 solid leg kicks from Diego in a row. And we mentioned his brother, Douglas, who's just one of the nastiest leg kickers alive.
Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Nice rip to the body by Muhammad, who has been working in Chicago alongside Yair Rodriguez, Ignacio Bahamondes, 2 very creative strikers.
Douglas has gotten off, Diego has gotten off 3 solid low kicks in this round to that lead leg. And now you see Belal Muhammad switch stances briefly. Beautiful straight left for Muhammad.
Outside.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say 2020, challenging year for Lima. Had the neck surgery, then a hand surgery, and chin seems to be holding up pretty well here early on.
Absolutely. But outside of his jab, he never goes first. He's got to go first a little bit. He's allowing Belal to dictate all the interactions. He's got to be the one to throw something outside of just a jab to put Belal on notice.
Belal just caught him with a heavy right hand, but he caught Belal again with another low kick.
That leg kick is very fast, it's very quick, and it's going to be important for him to keep Belal off of him.
Belal's in deep here.
I mean, look at the marked improvement in the takedown defense of Lima.
That was a pretty good shot. Muhammad unable to get the level change. 1 minute now to go, round 1.
All the way in on the hips for Belal Muhammad, and he was not able to finish that takedown.
And Joe, we're all built differently, but I'm not sure if you're Muhammad, you want to take too many more of those calf kicks.
Yeah, very few human beings can endure that one. There's just, I mean, as we saw in the Dustin Poirier-Conor. Oh, beautiful.
That's a good shot there by Lima.
That got respect.
But Joe, even the swelling though, right? You see the swelling's high. It's behind the knee. It's not lower. Those low kicks are the one that really do stop you.
Well, there's a hard mark. There's a good mark on the calf as well.
Oh, yeah, that one was in the right spot.
Back and forth we go.
Yeah, you can see it, DC. Look at that.
Yeah, it is. It's starting to go down. Muhammad does a good job of going to the body, too, man. When he throws combinations, he doesn't headhunt. Watch him go to the body here.
And some nice head movement defensively by Belal Muhammad. Round 2 coming up. Well, next Saturday, you may have heard, it is a massive heavyweight headliner as Curtis Blades takes on the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, the main card on ESPN Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern, preceded by the prelims at 5 o'clock. It is only on ESPN Plus. So a dominant first round for Belal Muhammad, outlanding Lima unofficially 47-18. We'll see how it goes here, round 2.
And Diego's corner giving him some really excellent advice, saying you got to stop backing up, you got to push this guy forward, and that leg kick is killing him. Those were some very good points by his corner. But look at, he's trying to hold the center now. And he's trying to move forward.
Belal just won't allow him to, right? He's just constantly going forward in his face. Even though, like, it's slowly moving him back to the side of the octagon now, opposed to him just kind of rushing him there.
But it's still Belal controlling the center.
Yes, and cutting him off, right? Joey just keeps cutting him off. When Lima tries to circle in one direction, Belal takes a slight step that cuts him off and keeps him along the side of the octagon.
Beautiful sequence up against the fence a moment ago for Muhammad, who had a fairly nasty bout of COVID-19 several months ago, mostly body aches, but his parents got it as well, thus delaying this fight.
Belal has switched back and forth now, trying to protect that front leg. Oh, nice combination.
Well, Valentine's Day is around the corner, and UFC Store has you covered. Shop new tees and a wide selection of Bixler jewelry. Grab a face cover hoodie or a new set of masks and save 10% on your first purchase at UFCstore.com when you sign up to receive emails.
That is amazing how much better Diego Lima has gotten at defending takedowns. When guys got in on his hips that deep before, it was about 90% chance they would take him down. Now he's just getting his legs split, lifting the underhook, and getting back to the position that he wants to be in. But he needs to do what his corner was telling him. He's got to get Belal backing up a little bit.
And even when he's catching, oh, that one
hurt. That one hurt a little bit.
Hurt bad.
Yep.
Even as he's catching Belal when he's coming in, he's only catching him with one shot and then covering up, anticipating the counters. Oh, there's another one.
Lima's really starting to find success with those kicks. It's because Belal wants to go forward so desperately that he's just there to be kicked.
Lima starting to roll a little bit better with that power right of Muhammad. And now you start to see the movement of Muhammad maybe a little bit compromised on that lead leg.
Oh, it is. You can tell.
Certainly.
You saw him just take a bad step there.
Yeah, and he's trying to switch southpaw, but it doesn't seem like he likes it.
Well, here he wants to kick, right? When he gets to this position, he wants to get to the left hand, he wants to kick.
But he's losing pop on his punches, too. There's a difference. He doesn't have that dig off of his left leg anymore. He can't push.
He's still landing, though. I mean, he's improved at every turn, right? Muhammad's gotten better at every turn. And it's allowed for him to go on this win streak. And, you know, the guy fights with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He said every time people talk about future champions, he's never mentioned. And that really does bother him.
You can break them.
Less than 2 minutes here to go in round two. Muhammad was happy to get the chance to compete on the same night in which the belt in his division would be on the line. Even made a point to come in at or below championship weight just in case, as the highest ranked welterweight other than Gilbert Burns on the card.
Lima's starting to breathe pretty heavy, man. Yeah, his mouth's open. Yeah, he's constantly fighting on his heels.
Yeah, he's constantly moving back, and it's just so tiring. And then Belal throws that high kick, another low kick. Belal just won't let him breathe, and Lima just keeps seeming like he's looking for a break.
Yeah, there's not going to be a break in this fight.
Never with Belal. Now he's in deep. He might have it. Nope.
Belal did a great job there getting to the angle. The first few shots he tried to kind of get a takedown without getting to the angle. This time he got to the angle, got the back of Lima. And even if he doesn't get him all the way to the mat, that does really play a psychological... Ooh, beautiful kick there by Lima.
Oh, my goodness, another one. I mean, how many more of those can Belal take?
We've seen guys... That speaks to the toughness of Muhammad, right? Because we've seen guys take those kicks, and they're already, like, really hurt. Muhammad's still trying to pull forward, but those are starting to really hurt him.
Yeah, and immediately goes for the clinch. We're going to get a good indication as he walks back to his corner.
Nonetheless, strong offensive round for Muhammad. Round three coming up. P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. Belal Muhammad immediately asked for ice on that leg, and largely the corner wants him to get back to that body work, DC.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, first round he was digging to the body off of his punches, but he's been headhunting quite a bit in round two, and it's allowing Lima to gain some confidence.
DC, Lima just seems to have a problem sustaining offense. It seems like he's got a couple good shots, and then he has to take a little bit of a break, and that is playing right into the hands of Belal Muhammad. Belal takes no breaks.
No, it's like running backwards, right, Joe?
Yeah.
It's like he's constantly on his heels. He's never allowed to engage and lead.
Another eye poke there. Chael Sonnen talks a lot about fighters who weaponize pace, and Muhammad certainly qualifies.
You see Muhammad not wanting to take a break. He understands that the work has been done, right? Like, the work has been done. He's been putting in this work to really get at the gas tank of Lima, and by stopping, taking a few minutes may allow for him to recover a little bit.
And the corner of Muhammad was looking for level changes, but not up against the fence, out in space in the middle of the octagon. He has yet to take Lima down unofficially on 5 attempts.
He gets takedowns down on the hips, and Lima has done a really good job of defending, getting out ahead of his offense by just getting to the next level of defense before Belal can get started.
Yeah, just big improvements for Lima
yes.
in terms of his takedown defense. He needs to work on his ability to sustain offense.
Yes. But I mean, Belal is really in his pace, man. This pace is difficult for anybody to keep up with. And you can see Lima hands starting to drop a little bit. He's a little more fatigued. He's tired.
Oh, Belal caught him there.
Yes. And as you said, Joe, he's looking for a place to rest, but there is none.
Yeah, you never get a place to rest with Belal. And Belal's such a veteran. I mean, he recognizes all these things that we see. And his game plan is to break them, to stay on top of them and break them. And use that discipline and focus that he has. I mean, that's a big part of his arsenal is his mind.
That was a nice right uppercut to the body there by Lima.
But meanwhile, it doesn't even shake him. Muhammad just stays on him.
Yeah, he does not seem to fear the power coming back his way.
He's such a pit bull.
But even these takedown attempts that aren't scoring, it just makes Lima just deep breath and defend. Deep breath and defend. There you go. Now you see it.
On the defensive.
You saw Diego put his hands at his hips, like trying to take a deep breath. And I got to be honest, man. I want to give the guy credit. You know, this has been a vicious pace, but Diego Lima has not quit on himself. He just continues to try, but he is melting in front of Belal Muhammad.
Well, it's a tremendous opportunity for him tonight because Belal is a highly respected contender. And, you know, if Diego could get a win off a guy like Belal Muhammad, I mean, it's a huge victory for him. But Muhammad is just not letting him breathe. Look at this.
He's doing what he does, man.
He's doing what he does.
This is what Belal Muhammad does. And I don't know if I've ever seen him look this good. You know, his striking looks fantastic. His hands look so sharpened. He's in fantastic cardio, as he always is. He's mixing everything up beautifully. Going to the body. Look at that.
He stung him. He
double jab right hand. Lima's trying to wrestle now because he's in.
That Muhammad jab has been sharp tonight.
Yes.
And I would agree with you, DC. I'm not sure he has ever looked crisper on the feet.
No, he looks fantastic. You know what would be good right now? A good time body shot. A good time body shot would really hurt Diego Lima.
Because Diego's taking some huge breaths. Look at that. Diego with the body shot. It's like he hurt you.
Muhammad unofficially has shattered his personal best for significant strikes. Was 88 coming in. He's coming up on 125 now as we come up on a minute to go here, round 3.
Good kick to the body by Lima.
I mean, but just constantly having to defend. Look at
He
Belal.
gets it.
Yeah,
He gets it. Finally
It's like
gets
try again until eventually you got your guy fatigued enough to where he gets that takedown. And this is just the worst for Diego Lima, right? When you've been defending and having to fight as he's fought to this point, to give up a takedown at the end of the 3rd round, it gets you exhausted.
And now have Belal's weight on his back. Belal's doing a great job, too, using that left butterfly to maintain that back mount. And look how he's hooking that right leg. Excuse me, using his right leg to hook Diego's left leg. He's making him ride him, carry that weight. This is exhausting for Diego.
It absolutely is. But for Diego Lima, you know, credit what credit's due. You know, it's been a long break to fight the number 13 guy in the world in your first time back and make it to the final bell is something to be proud of. You know, it's something positive. Defending all those takedowns is something they can go and build off of if you're Team Lima. But, boy, Belal Muhammad fought beautifully.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision. Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
Muhammad tonight. Well, Grubhub is here to serve restaurants to you. Scan the QR code to get 60 days of Grubhub Plus for free. Enjoy unlimited free delivery, exclusive deals, and more at the restaurants you love. Damian Maia out of the Southpaw Stance in black.
Is Damian the oldest ranked fighter in the UFC?
I would believe so. Alexei Olenek, maybe around that age. He competes next week, but he's close. Early shot from Maia. Muhammad wise to it.
Ooh, nice left hand there from Maia.
Maia can strike. People forget. You're so worried about his...
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You don't even need to finish that sentence, Joe. We all know.
And it's not as though Maia was whitewashed by Gilbert Burns in his last fight in Brasilia before COVID-19 intervened. He had moments.
Yeah, he just got cracked. I mean, Gilbert hit him with a beautiful left hook. But he certainly had moments in the grappling exchanges. Oh, look at that.
Muhammad trying to make Maia pay for the shot, works his way to the fence.
Smart move there from Belal to get to the fence so he can really work his defense. It gives you that support. It's like having an extra person in there helping you defend this takedown. But we know Maia is a bit relentless when it comes to these single legs. He loves this takedown. Gives up on it. Nice job. Belal's going to have to dig that underhook there. Belal's very difficult with the single leg. You're going to have to switch to a double. I've trained with him for years. Man, he can balance on that one leg for a very long time. He gets a takedown.
He went back on his knee.
I didn't like that either, Joe.
I didn't like that. But Damian's got him down, using that left knee to pressure that right leg and try to compress the two legs together, and hopefully for Damian, get his hands locked behind the lower back and pull him away from the cage.
Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
Belal back up to his feet, nicely done.
Yeah, trying to spread his base here to make it more difficult. I think he prefers being in this single leg spot. I think he trusts his ability to defend from there. The double leg was a little trickier. Nice work, good balance there from Belal. That's nice work. That's got to be a big confidence booster there for Muhammad.
Yeah, that's tremendous. Tremendous for him. The one thing about Damian and Damian's ability to take you down, it may limit Belal's use of the kicks. And that, in my opinion, when it comes to striking, would be a place where he would have an advantage over Damian.
Yeah, absolutely.
When
You're right, though.
Yeah, straight boxing, it's much more even.
Yeah, I would definitely be tentative. Ever facing Damian Maia to throw too many kicks, especially above like the calf. You know, if you want to attack low, but since he's in a southpaw stance, that single leg is what he's looking for. Again, good defense so far from Belal.
Yeah, really nicely done getting it up to the cage, and just awesome balance.
There's an elbow there for Belal. But he's so worried about this single leg. You have to address that first. If you start worrying about striking before defending that takedown, that's how you end up on your butt.
Good job slipping that leg out.
Well, unofficially already 8 takedown attempts for Damian Maia. He has landed one of them, but certainly a good sign potentially for Belal Muhammad, who lands a left hand there. 90 seconds to go in the round. Muhammad certainly recognizing the value of a potential win over Maia to position him for an ascent up the welterweight ladder.
And I imagine, John, that he's aware that it's not going to be an easy test. And also, it may not be the prettiest win, but it's a win that I feel like is a welterweight that you want to become a champion. It's a really good W to have on your record. Whether it's pretty or not, you get through Damian Maia, you got some bragging rights.
Yes.
I don't care how old he is.
He's still difficult.
He could be 55 in there right
leg
now.
up high. Wow, Belal Muhammad gets
I'm telling you, Joe, his balance on a single leg is insane.
very impressive.
Muhammad's last fight, of course, ending anticlimactically due to that accidental eye poke against Leon Edwards. That was his first UFC main event in March of this year.
The problem, though, is you could defend 40 takedowns from Damian Maia, and he's still going to keep attempting them.
Yeah. And if he gets that 41st.
Yeah, could be all it takes. 91% defense so far for Belal.
Very impressive.
And a good way for Maia to sort of mute any offense coming back from Muhammad. Maia largely in control of where round one took place, even if he was unable to take Muhammad down consistently. Well, 3 months ago, Hawaiian contender Dan Ige called out the legendary Korean Zombie. Next Saturday, it shall be done. 2 of the best featherweights in the world headline a loaded card. It's wall-to-wall on ESPN2. Main card begins at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, so Dean Thomas, when you cornered Tyron Woodley in the title fight against Damian Maia, Maia was 0 for 21 on his takedown attempts. What did you see in round one?
So
discipline, but it also means there isn't much deviation. So the blueprint for beating it has been written, like you said, by Woodley, Usman, and Covington. And Belal has adopted that beautifully tonight, just defending takedowns. Now, he needs to get some offense going, but as soon as he does that, then you're going to start to see Maia wilt away. But he's following that blueprint to beating Maia beautifully so far.
Yeah, Dean, I was thinking, I was just talking to Megan that, it's a tricky fight when you fight Maia, because even though you've just come out of round one, hey, I D'd up all his takedowns, I didn't get submitted, but at the same time, I didn't get any offense going. So that's what makes him so difficult to fight, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's hard to get offense going on, because as soon as you go forward, he takes a shot.
Yeah, it's a tough puzzle, man. It's one that you've got to solve, though, while Damian's still active in this welterweight division. And he still seems pretty fresh. And his striking doesn't have to be masterful, because you're so worried, like we talked about, Joe, you're so worried about the threat of the takedown from him that he just got to pump fake one thing and he lands the left hand.
Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC.
Belal's giving him a lot of different looks. He's going southpaw, orthodox, back and forth. And I think he wants to protect that left leg, which is the one that Damian keeps grabbing. Damian likes the leg right there, he goes. And Belal's kind of recognizing that. And even though he's not throwing the 3-1, not throwing a whole lot of kicks, I think just giving him different things to think about will at least help him get some of that offense off. There's another nice kick.
Yeah, he's starting to here.
Yeah.
Even if it's just that. Just land one or two. Good job from Maia as well.
Yeah, Damian connected with a couple of punches there.
And Damian's one of those guys, I bet he's deceivingly strong when he lands those shots. With all that grappling in his background, he lands a punch on your face. You're going to feel it. I don't care if he's a kickboxer.
Nice athleticism there by Muhammad to stuff another takedown attempt or two.
Yeah, that was very good defense there by Belal. Made it much easier, and now, the legs are slippery with sweat. It's going to be a little easier from here out.
And you may have heard Maia's head coach, Eduardo Alonso, sort of telling him, you got to be mindful of the energy expenditure with all of these volume takedown attempts. 1 for 13 unofficially thus far.
I'd like to see Belal, look for some uppercuts instead of biting on these shots, which is, again, I don't blame him. That's not an easy thing to do. Oh, nice left hand. That left hand got through. Oh, left hand from Maia.
Another feinted shot by Maia. Now he gets that left hand through the guard of Muhammad.
Belal's getting much more offense off in this round. As he senses that he's got it.
Yeah, he lands that right hand too.
Yeah, that he can stop the takedowns.
Yeah, gain that confidence, start letting it go a little more. And as the fight goes on as well, those shots get less and less strong from Damian Maia. Because the wrestling is what wears him out. If this ends up on the ground, he's efficient. He can move like a fish in water down there.
And Maia's coaches were sort of bemoaning the fact that he's 43, because while he's still getting better, he's 43. Under 90 seconds to go.
Yeah, big difference now. You're really seeing it labored as he's reaching for that single. It's much easier for Belal to see. And that's going to give Belal confidence to open up with the strikes.
Yeah, he's opening up with the strikes, and he's constantly switching stances. So no matter what angle Belal's at, as he switches, he's always able to find that power shot, whether it be his left hand, his right hand. And I've sparred many times with Belal, and he's good from both of those stances. He's truly one of those guys that has a knack for switching back and forth and having defense from both areas.
Again, Damian struggles. Belal's just so slick with that single defense. And look how good he is at stopping Damian Maia, balancing on that one leg, getting up against the cage. And this is going to be incredibly discouraging for Maia, because he keeps getting to this position and Belal stuffs it every single time. And Damian, it just doesn't seem to have the ability to switch up and try something different. His jiu-jitsu is always the big thing in his game, but it's never really been his wrestling. He's got a couple of moves that he likes, particularly attacking from the single.
Nice elbows as Belal looks to punctuate a strong second round for him. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by Body Armor.
All right, let's take a look at some of the work here from Belal. Nice inside kick, and as me and Joe talked about, he started to really let himself go now that he's got that confidence of being able to defend. Nice body shot there from Belal. Straight right, I believe. No, this is when he fakes the right, lands the big left hand. A few times in that second round, Belal really stung Damian Maia with his striking.
All right, round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. So here we go, Belal Muhammad in the green, Damian Maia is in black. Final 5 minutes are upon us. Maia really has had a hard time tonight mounting any sort of appreciable offense. Has landed just 8 significant strikes and 1 for 15 on the takedowns.
He has, but he was most likely in control of that first round. If you looked at it from the judge's standpoint, and then Belal looks like he won the second round, so this might be anybody's fight.
Yeah, could be.
Live odds certainly don't reflect that sentiment, but you certainly could be right. Minus 1,300 for Belal on the live lines.
You can see where the trend is going.
Right.
But clearly, we're in the third round. Belal's got motivation on his side, momentum on his side. He is stung.
Oh, he stung him with that right hand, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, again. Maia's got to try to shoot here, but he's got to put something in front of it. He's trying to. He's just, man, on the feet, he just doesn't quite have it tonight.
Well, as John Anik says, 43.
Yeah.
Muhammad goes high.
Nice jab.
Follows up with a jab. The pressure and the pace of Muhammad is really a sight to behold. A lot of these welterweights, though, consider those strengths.
He's got to switch up the takedown attempts.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the single is his thing, but you know, he's got to switch to a double. He's got to try something, perhaps even pull guard.
Yeah.
You know, perhaps even, you know, take a page out of Paul Craig's book. Would have been much more efficient in the first round, considering the lack of sweat. But you know, he can submit people off of his back.
That's a nice left hand from Muhammad over the top.
His defense is, I mean, it was at 94% before.
Yeah, this will help the career takedown defense numbers.
Oh, good combo there. Damian's starting to look a little worn out here in the third round. A little labored.
I mean, amazing amount of energy he's put out trying to take down Belal. Ooh, nice combination. Ooh, Damian stung him there with the left hand.
Another land with the right by Maia. Less than 2 minutes now to go.
I mean, it really is the same thing over and over again. Grab the left leg, grab the left leg.
I like that Belal has mixed in that right head kick from his orthodox stance. He puts a right hand in front of it to fake him out. Could be even more devastating. Nice attempt here. He's in. Back on the single, and again, D'd up by Belal.
Never up bold character since 1872. And Muhammad getting a lot of dynamic looks in his striking now in Chicago. Guys like Ignacio Bahamondes, Yair Rodriguez, Horacio Gutierrez, former UFC fighter. Muhammad very bullish and excited about his welterweight future if he can get past this challenge tonight.
I mean, you got to give it up to Damian Maia for being so damn relentless, but this has been one of the most ineffective attacks in terms of like the one dimension of his attack in recent memory.
Yeah.
The same thing over and over again, same thing defended. Just doesn't really have the diversity in his game to switch it up.
Under 20 seconds now to go. Maia drops down, nothing doing. So the Muhammad takedown defense holds up.
Yeah.
He got the better of nearly all of these striking exchanges, and Belal Muhammad.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
Now Sean Brady 15-0. He got his septum fixed, nose cauterized after his last fight, ready to go tonight. This fight clock brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Brady in black, Muhammad in green. Here we go.
And you see the difference already in Muhammad. Against Luque, he was skirting along the outside of the octagon. That was right forward into Sean Brady.
My heart rate is very high.
Brady switching up the footwork early.
Like I can feel my...
Your heart rate shouldn't go high, like you run 1,000 miles.
It's higher now than when I ran 9 miles the other day.
Well, and if you are wondering why, these are two of Paul Felder's former training partners, Sean Brady in Philly, and of course Belal Muhammad in the Rufus Sport days in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Like extremely close training partners. You know what I mean? Like I consider both very good friends.
No, yeah, we said that in the break. When these guys were walking, Paul Felder.
Good connection there by Brady. Sorry, champ.
As Brady's looking pretty sharp on his feet right now.
Yeah, taking his time. Belal trying to really pressure him right now. Sean's got a good left hook. I would keep an eye on that. And Belal, just a volume striker, man. He can overwhelm you with just non-stop combinations.
Well, Belal usually does his best work is in the wrestling, though. When Belal can mix everything together is what makes him special. So if he is unwilling to try and take Sean Brady down, it would seem to make for a much tougher fight.
Confidence never an issue for Belal Muhammad, who eats a right hand there, but he certainly has had it heightened by the last 5 weeks spent in Dubai and here in Abu Dhabi alongside Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev.
Hey, Belal ate both of those shots. He took that left hook and the right hand.
Oh, listen,
and if Brady keeps hitting him like that, he's gonna go to sleep.
Good movement so far from Sean. Brady, excuse me. For those of you at home, I want to make sure you guys know, see that I have a tendency to do that. I know these guys so well. Call them by their first names and forget everybody at home doesn't know that.
Muhammad a little bit out of range early, 5 of 29 unofficially on his attempts.
Getting closer. Gotta watch that. Belal has a very tricky left high kick. He doesn't switch it. He just whips it up after his punch combinations. Interesting that Sean hasn't shot yet.
There it is, a level change from Brady. I was wondering who would be the first to give that takedown attempt. Great defense by Belal Muhammad.
Certainly an encouraging sign for Team Muhammad. Lewis Taylor, his right-hand man, chiefing the corner as usual.
Nice left hook there by Brady.
Brady really flirting with both stances here tonight, as we expected. Brady realizing some success with the striking early. Muhammad lands over the top and a counter from Sean. Brady unofficially 0 for 2 on his takedown attempts thus far.
And Sean, even though he's such a strong grappler, he does like to counter strike. That is where he does his best works. He sits back, but right now Belal's starting to find his rhythm just a bit here.
Yeah, that was
getting some shots through.
That was a great combination there by Belal Muhammad. Ended it with a left uppercut up the middle. Brady's got to find a way to try to beat an advancing party.
Good stick there by Muhammad.
First 4 minutes, he's been on his heels.
Man, Belal's got a chin, doesn't he?
Yeah, that right hand from Brady, maybe the most significant strike of the fight thus far. Now Muhammad lands a right.
Hey, listen, both these guys, such grapplers, but if Belal can keep it on the feet, I mean, This could end up being a back-and-forth striking battle between these two.
And it would be so fun. Your heart may be laying on the table by the end of it.
Oh,
yeah. But for the rest of us, we would be having the best time.
Muhammad really starting to find the range, some swelling under that left eye of Brady. Big connection now by Brady. And Muhammad to the body, back and forth we go.
Belal is putting a lot of pressure on him. And I don't know if this is based on the disrespect that Muhammad felt that Brady threw out there by calling him out, or maybe a lack of respect for the power of Sean Brady. So Sean has landed a few big shots on Belal.
And that left hand he just partially landed caused a cut to open up on Muhammad.
There's big pressure here from Belal. Crowd's going nuts.
So much support for Muhammad here in Abu Dhabi. Round one in the Karen.
They want him to go forward, pressure him, because they're banking on round 3, Sean Brady being so fatigued that Belal can really take it to him. But they said be aware of the right hand of Brady because he landed a couple of them in that round.
And interesting advice on the other side, I believe it was Daniel Gracie suggesting that Muhammad had nothing for Brady. Certainly a strong final minute of the round for Muhammad, might have even given him the round.
Yeah, but you know, Brady's corner said that because he took Belal's best shots. But the reality is, you have got to be careful taking multiple punches that way. So yes, good round for Muhammad, but Brady, I thought, fought a very good round early in the round.
Exactly.
And I don't know if the work that he did at the end of the round was enough to steal it.
Yeah, I think it was the back and forth. It's a tough round. I mean, Sean came on really strong, landed some really good shots, but like we talked about, Belal really ended it strong.
Interesting to see the live number flip, but a lot of the scorecards you saw out there on social media had Brady 10-9 round 1.
And you see Brady level changing and Belal just kind of defending those takedowns. Even though that's not landing, it's still good to give the option. And I would like to see Muhammad do the same thing. Level change at the leg, just to give him the idea that the takedowns may come.
Just missed with that front kick.
He did not miss with that left hand. Brady has been able to land that repeatedly tonight.
Belal's got to get back on the pressure. He's got to try to big dog Brady. I feel like that's what he did at the end of the round, was just be too much of a man for him, and that had Brady on his heels. He's got to go forward into him if he wants to keep up with Brady, because when they're at range and they're kind of just picking at each other, Sean Brady's a much more technical striker.
It's a nice 1-2 from Brady a moment
Sean's
ago.
nose starting to leak, which, as we know when we talked about him in the fighter meetings, he's had issues with his nose for most of his career.
Yeah, Google nose cauterization. Does not sound pleasant. Jab is there for Muhammad. You're not going to out-cardio Belal.
This is what I mean. Muhammad's got to go forward and keep getting his hands on Brady.
This is good for Belal, pressuring like this. And you know what? For Sean being young in his career, too, this is good for him. He hasn't been in one of these kind of stand-up battles where he's had to dig deep. Ultimately, this is what he needs.
That third round against Michael Chiesa, when he had
Belal looked at that, and that's where he saw, okay, this is where I'm going to have my opportunities.
That's a big left hook there from Brady that appeared to get Muhammad's attention. A lot of fans felt like we might get a striking fight, just given the wrestling and grappling credentials of these guys. Muhammad's takedown defense has held up thus far. Brady unofficially 0 for 4.
The Muhammad corner wanted Belal to finish his combinations with uppercuts up the middle.
And we talked a lot about that strength and just how strong Sean is, but it doesn't matter if they're here.
Right.
And I'm sure Belal knows that. I'm sure he's heard these rumors.
Both guys landing significant strikes in that exchange.
Belal's pressure looks crazy, but Sean Brady is landing a lot of counter strikes in the middle of the advancement of Belal Muhammad.
That one almost a little low.
Good jab on the counter from Brady. Numbers exceedingly close. Muhammad has been the far busier man. Some serious swelling under that right eye of Muhammad.
And this is close, guys.
Very close. But you expected this, right? When this fight was announced, we knew that these guys would be very evenly matched.
Especially if it was going to be this kind of fight, DC.
Yes.
I do feel that if they go tit for tat on the ground. Right hand.
Muhammad momentarily rolls Brady. Now another round for Belal. It is deafening in Abu Dhabi. Brady covers up. It's another right hand.
There's that arm. He's got to get out of there. Belal is really putting it on him there.
He's got a jab and a right hand. Oh, massive right now from Muhammad. Brady on the ropes. Less than 20 seconds to go in the round. Oh, that'll do it! Undefeated! No more! Remember the name! Belal Muhammad! The Sean Brady hype train stops here for now. Belal Muhammad! And he knocks him out. All right, we're going to look back at some replays here. A huge right hand for Belal Muhammad. He went to the uppercuts.
Sorry, guys. Look at this. Belal just, again, with the overwhelming combinations, really putting it on Sean. There's Habib.
What a reaction. Mike Valley, Lewis Taylor, Habib Nurmagomedov.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Lucas Pisaki has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 47 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
Luciana, Vanessa. Gilbert Burns is in the building. Fight Clock brought to you by Timex, official timekeeper of UFC, the only watch tough enough for UFC. Gilbert Burns is in yellow. Belal Muhammad out of the southpaw stance. He'll switch. He's in green. A lot of Brazilian fans in Jersey have been giving it to Muhammad all week and supporting Gilbert Durinho Burns, who's able to get that right hand home.
And Belal been giving it back to him, though.
Yep.
He told him how much they suck. He said that's why the Nets left. He's funny.
Well-placed leg kick by Gilbert Burns early.
Constant stance switches by Belal.
Yeah.
Giving him a lot of different looks.
Muhammad connects to the body. Burns keeping that right hand high.
I mean, Belal is just switching stances before he does anything. It's just constantly moving between southpaw and conventional.
Yeah, not giving Gilbert a chance to set up. Look at that high kick. Nice. Good straight left.
Yeah, that was able to split the guard of Burns, who now connects to the inside of Muhammad's right leg.
Another straight left lands by Belal.
Burns dropped down, partially landed with a right. A lot of mutual respect on both sides of this fight. They did train together once. It ended prematurely. Burns was cut open by a Muhammad headbutt, or clash, I guess I should say. Jab for Muhammad, 2 minutes gone by round 1.
Right hand landed there by Gilbert Burns.
There's another one. Burns is really attacking well, low, early. Some reddening on that left leg of Muhammad. Good body kick from Muhammad.
Beautiful kick there by Belal Muhammad. Belal's constantly in the face of Gilbert Burns. He's
Oh, there's the takedown. Look at that. Nicely done by Belal.
And Muhammad greets Burns with a jab, and now a body kick on the way up.
Muhammad did it. Oh, Burns is starting to carry that right hand low. He did not like those body kicks.
A lot of people wondered how the physical strength and the grappling and the wrestling might play out. Burns attempts the takedown first, unsuccessful.
Belal has excellent takedown defense.
Yes.
Some of the best in the division.
Belal did a really good job of floating his hips as Gilbert was taking him down. The moment he hit the mat, he just hip heist, got his hips back towards the mat, and worked his way back to his feet. Great job so far with Muhammad. Muhammad looks real good to start this fight.
Muhammad striking just in a totally different place than it was 3 years ago.
Everything is.
Yep.
He's just such a hard worker.
Got that Khabib Nurmagomedov rub. Had him in the corner for the Sean Brady win last year. 1 minute to go in round one. Good body kick from Burns, who gets countered
with that left hand. And again, that kick to the arms. Gilbert does not like those body shots. Oh, good right hand by Gilbert.
And you expect improvements from Muhammad. Anybody that works that hard at something is going to get better. And it's shown in every performance. Gilbert's gonna have to find a way to take the initiative, and I think it starts with this. Him being the one that's going forward.
Final 10 seconds of a competitive round one.
Muhammad
goes high again. The Muhammad camp liking how those first 5 minutes played out.
As they should. You know, it feels like Gilbert Burns is having a little bit of a difficult time dealing with the strength of Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad's the more naturally the bigger guy. And every time he connects, it seems like he's having a little more of an effect on Gilbert. Even that, right? He's so big legs, strong guy, kind of knocks Gilbert off balance.
Beautiful kick to the body by Belal. That left kick to the body is money.
And Burns continuing to realize success with those low kicks. Muhammad still moving pretty well. Oh, advancing right hand lands for Burns, and now a left.
Oh, Gilbert Burns, his right arm is really hanging down low because of those body kicks. Look at how low he's carrying his right hand. If I'm Belal Muhammad, I'm continuing to blast body kicks off that left side.
The constant stance switches continuing for Muhammad early round two. Burns heeding the advice of his chief corner, not rushing things 90 seconds into round two. Well, if you missed out on your chance to have your name on the UFC canvas tonight, go to UFCcollectibles.com now to find out how to add your name to a future event.
The thing about catching those kicks on the arms is they deaden your arm.
Yep.
Even if you block them, you're receiving punishment to the muscle tissue on that arm. And it can have a big impact on a fight.
Well, every time you take it, it's like one hurts.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you can't feel them, but it's because your arm's asleep.
I mean, there's a lot of guys, you don't even want to hold their pads for them.
No.
Imagine just getting that shin slammed into the raw meat of your arm.
And a lot of times, that's where you see broken arms. You don't get that guide hand across, they kick you square on the arm, and it's over.
Oh!
Good right
Big right for
there.
Burns. Appeared to momentarily wobble Muhammad.
But not having the same impact as when Muhammad has hit him.
Yeah.
And Gilbert can crack. right? We saw that in the Hamzat Chimaev fight. Dropped Kamaru Usman, their world title fight in the first round.
Right.
Belal's got a big head, though. I mean, he can take a punch. Look at the size of his head. There it is.
That kick is money.
And every time he lands it, Gilbert's hand starts to trail down.
Burns 12 for 12 on his leg kicks.
Look at how red Gilbert Burns' right arm is. The next time we can get a look at it, it is red. Look at that. Look at the redness on the back of his arm.
There's something about Gilbert that looks a little flat. And I gotta wonder, I mean, we're a month away from his fight with Jorge Masvidal, right? So he goes through a full camp, a big fight with Masvidal, wins that fight, and then right back into it a month later. And you wonder if he's had enough time to recover.
Sure.
If he was too eager to take this fight.
I was literally going to make a point, Joe, that Belal Muhammad is the advancing party, and he looks fresher, and he's the guy that had 3 weeks to train for this. He doesn't look tired at all.
You're also talking about 3 weight cuts for Gilbert Burns this year.
But also Belal just got off of Ramadan, right?
Yep.
So this is a big risk for him to take this fight on such short notice after fasting for the month, all throughout the day.
Inherent risk on both sides. Stepping up into this big spot tonight, under 30 seconds in round 2. Muhammad talks a lot about eating those low leg kicks and it being more of a mentality and a toughness. When a nerve gets hit, not much he can do, but he's handled those pretty well. Ten minutes down.
It doesn't look like it in the way he's moving, though. We were looking at it because it looked like his left ankle was swollen in some of the photos, but he doesn't look like he's moving badly. And I think the stance switch is just something Belal always does. But if you look at the way he's moving fine. And he's throwing a lot of kicks with that left leg. Caught that one low.
And our trucks seem to pick up in the Belal Muhammad corner as well. They feel like he's letting Burns off the hook. They want more pressure.
Well, that's why he was so good in round 1. He had Gilbert guessing the entire time. He was the guy that was a little more active. He was doing the work and leading most of the exchanges.
Gilbert looked a little dejected in the corner. And Henry Hoof was talking to him about something that was hard to sell. It was something that they both understood. They didn't say it out loud. Perhaps something that he's been dealing with.
Muhammad able to land the jab. Things have slowed down a little bit since round 1.
We're not seeing a lot of right hands out of Gilbert. And one of the things that the production picked up was that at the end of the first round, like he shook his right shoulder out. Like perhaps that takedown might have injured it, or we're dealing with something that was already a little tweaked.
Or one of those kicks potentially.
Kicks. Yeah, just kicks. Beating up those arms like you were talking about.
So just one takedown attempt in the fight thus far. Again, was Burns early.
Another of those strong left kicks from Belal. And again,
Burns has the whole family alongside. It really helps shift his focus and keep him relaxed during these big fight weeks. Under 3 minutes in round 3. Good job by Burns to close the guard. Muhammad on the attack.
I feel like when Belal Muhammad gets him trapped against the side of the octagon, he lets the combination go, he can go again, but he keeps backing off.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
Right to the ribs.
That one snuck under the elbow. Beautiful kick there by Belal Muhammad.
Burns with a nice knee to the body. All right, let us check in with Mike Valley, Lou Taylor in the Belal Muhammad corner.
The kick right there, brother. Keep it sliding and pressure. Keep it sliding, keep it sliding. Oh, hey. Eso es. Right there, right there. Hey, left hand high, little jabs to there, and then you go with the right. Little jabs to there, then you go with the right. Yes, sir.
Touch his body after that. Complete the combo.
Eso.
Complete the combo. Hands up.
Hey, hands up.
1, 2, 1, 2.
We keep moving, Belal. We keep moving. Give me the key.
Body kick for Burns.
A lot of movement being called for on both sides. You hear Henry Hoof telling Gilbert to work through it. So I don't know if maybe he's seeing something in his corner when Gilbert goes back that isn't very good for him.
Seems like it's the left arm that Burns is shaking out despite all of those left kicks to the right arm.
Multiple times he's shaking out the left arm.
There's something going on with Burns, and we're being told that his corner keeps telling him to try to overcome it. Head kick partially gets through, and the jab lands for Muhammad.
Belal Muhammad is finding great.
What he's doing is what we said in his keys to victory. He's established the range.
Yep.
He's the one who's landing, and we're seeing a real lack of effective striking from Gilbert. He just looks flat, his nose is bloodied, and Belal's been beating him up with that left kick.
And it only happens when he switches the stance, right? He's constantly giving him different looks, never allowing Burns to know what's in front of him. And while Belal has always switched stance, he's never done it this much.
He said, I can't throw the left hand for nothing.
He came over to the booth, pointed to his left shoulder after round 3.
Yep, and shook his head like, bang.
We'll see if he can get the legs going here.
The problem with that is he's thinking about it, right?
Yep.
He seems dejected.
Well, you said that early, and you were wise to it.
There's a good low kick by Burns. I mean, Henry Hoof calling for those kicks.
Well, Henry's telling them you double up the right hand and then your legs work, right?
Oh, punishing kick to the body for Muhammad.
Brutal kicks by Muhammad.
Caught Burns with a right hand, ducking down there.
Burns just shook out that left hand again.
Beautiful jab by Belal.
Oh.
There's a right.
Oh, couple big right hands for Burns now. Dorino translates to little tough one, and he's having to lean on all the toughness tonight with that left shoulder.
My goodness, that kick is money.
And every time he lands it, Joe, it hurts the right arm, but it jolts your whole body. Because look at the size of Belal's legs. These are not like small legs that he's a big dude, full welterweight. Because Belal Muhammad's not fighting 155 ever.
Right.
He's going to fight 170 or at 185.
And again, another hard kick to the body. And he tried to get this fight at 185.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That left leg is punishing.
Muhammad's left foot has been the story in this one. Ooh! Muhammad just able to get that left hand up to partially block that shot. Henry Hoof calling for forward pressure from Gilbert Burns. Good 1-2 from Muhammad. Burns looking for a fight ender with that right hand.
There's a good kick from Burns, but just does not have the same pop on it that Belal's do.
That was very evident very early.
Oh!
Oh, he caught him coming in with that one, but boy, Belal just ate it.
And another
punishing body kick.
But that right hand from Burns, one of the more seminal blows of the fight. Burns has set a personal best for leg kicks landed, 20 on 22 attempts. Knee to the body is there for Muhammad.
There's a good low kick by Burns. It was very strange going back at the end of the third. He thought it was the second round.
Yeah.
I thought that was very odd. Oh boy, he's hurt. He winced badly. His shoulder's in real bad shape. Whatever's wrong with it is serious.
And now Belal's kicking it.
Recognizes it.
That's what you should do as a fighter. I know people be like, why would you do that? Dude, you got a hurt man in front of you, you go kick that arm. Or
Remember
you grab
Jose
it.
Aldo against the Korean Zombie.
He kicked his arm so bad. And if Jose Aldo could have grabbed it and pulled it down and broke it, he would have. These guys are savages, man. And you have to be to do this job.
And you can argue, I'm no doctor, but perhaps that medical issue, the result of competing 2 times in 2 huge fights in a short amount of time.
Very well be that. Could be from training, it could be from a lot of different things.
But when he got that takedown, right, early in the fight, you saw him post on that side when Belal was sprawling.
Yeah.
That might be what happened there.
Right.
You never know.
But it seems like it was something that they knew was going on because they didn't talk about it in the corner.
Yeah.
Belal's all over him, though. He's not letting him off the hook, and he's just winning these striking exchanges. Oh! Good right hand by Burns. Belal just ate it, though, and right back with a shot to the body.
Burns showing tremendous heart and resolve, eats a right hand there. But Henry Hoof knows his fighter. He knows he has one of the toughest human beings on the planet, champ.
Yeah, I do, but, I mean, you could say it's 4-0, right, going into round 5. Maybe you consider going, hey, Gilbert, let's fight another day. And he'll never check himself out in a fight. He's too good for that.
5th and final round to determine which man at some point will fight for the welterweight title. Muhammad has thrown 100 more strikes than Gilbert Burns thus far.
I mean, go back to the Gilbert Burns that fought Khamzat Chimaev. This just does not look like the same guy.
Well, I don't know if he's thrown a left hand for 4 rounds.
Yeah. But even the right hand, he's having trouble. Like, he just struggled there.
But imagine how good you got to be to fight one-handed, essentially, for 20 minutes.
Against a guy who hasn't lost in 4 years.
Yeah, against a guy that is so well-rounded and so... Look at how trained Belal Muhammad is. He took this fight on 3 weeks, and he's not a tired at all. He's
Wanted
fighting.
5 rounds, felt like he could outlast Burns.
Well, he's such a cardio machine.
Yeah.
And that just is a testament to his hard work ethic.
So we were just shown in our isolation monitor that early takedown attempt from Gilbert Burns and appeared to land hard on that left shoulder. Burns now 0 for 4 in the takedown column thus far.
Just a dominant performance by Belal Muhammad.
And we can't lose sight of that.
Well, right.
You know, Belal Muhammad is doing what he needs to do.
Oh, damn, that punishing shot to the body.
It just tells you what they're doing in Chicago for Belal Muhammad that is allowing him to become a real contender, a real challenge for whoever's holding that title. Because they did this in 3 weeks.
Right. He had that very disappointing fight with the champ Leon Edwards where he got eye poked.
Yeah, but he got hurt bad in the first round.
Yes, he did.
Remember the head kick that hurt him?
Mm-hmm.
But health is a big factor in all these sports. We're seeing it right now in the NBA playoffs. Sometimes it can be survival of the fittest. Burns feints. Looked like he was going to load up with that right hand. Under 3 minutes now to decide it.
And that's why I think we have to appreciate these champions, because it's so hard to win a title in anything. So many things have to go right. Because look at Gilbert Burns. He was on the verge, right? Hurts his shoulder in the first round. Fights 20 minutes. And Belal Muhammad is ready to win.
Muhammad goes high, Burns goes low. That's been the story. Over 4.5 rounds now cashes. Good counter right from Muhammad after Burns had landed with his right hand.
It's just so difficult to land a right hand where you're not even showing the left.
Yeah. You got to show the left, the jab, and everything else that goes before the right hand fires. Or you got to hope that your opponent makes a mistake, over-commits to something, and you catch him in between the combination. But Belal has not made any mistakes tonight.
And he's just so disciplined with this strategy of constant stance switches, punishing the body with those kicks. And look at the cardio. I mean, we're here in the 5th round. He's not even breathing heavy.
No.
As mentally tough an athlete as I've come across, to be sure.
You talk about a guy that was training through Ramadan, took a fight on 3 weeks' notice, was in Canada doing charity work. When he got the call, comes in and fights 25 minutes as if he can fight 25 minutes on a day's notice.
Still just over a minute to decide it.
And I'm a huge Gilbert Burns fan. So it's very unfortunate to see what happened, but even at his best, Belal Muhammad would have been very difficult to beat tonight.
Right, that's a good point.
He's looked that good.
Burns has fought admirably, essentially rendered a one-handed fighter after round 1, but Muhammad's kicks have led the dance, as has his pressure. Nice jab from Muhammad, and now an uppercut lands. Muhammad not sitting on a lead here late.
No, he's fighting exactly the same way.
Waning seconds, crowd showing its support for these two absolute warriors. Muhammad goes high yet again.
Another punishing shot to the body that rocked Gilbert.
Well, there can be no denying him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. The judges score the contest 50-45, 49-46, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
All right, gentlemen, been over the rules already. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves now if you want. Very well. At the sound of the bell, come on out, handle your business, let's go.
No surprise, no touch of the gloves between these two rivals. It is 5:36 a.m. here in Manchester, but you would not know it as we get ready to decide the UFC Welterweight Championship.
All right, gentlemen, first round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Hand so.
It doesn't feel like 5:30 a.m.
Belal Muhammad in the red trunks, Leon Edwards in his custom green trunks with the flags of his two home nations. Here we go.
So the speed, that's the big question. That's what Leon identified, said Belal's too slow.
Early shot.
in deep, he's got him. Wow.
Early takedown for Belal Muhammad.
Easy takedown.
All right, this coach's cam is brought to you by Cuervo Tequila. Mike Valley, Horacio Gutierrez front and center.
That's it. We talked about this all in the build-up.
Little things, Belal, little things, little things, little things, little things. Beautiful job.
Mike Valley.
Get the elevation, get your hips in. Watch your sweep.
Chiefing the command there. Felt like they needed to make this fight dirty. They had to close the distance and pressure. The early takedown of huge use for the challenger, Muhammad.
Belal wrestles different. We talked about this. It's not the same type of wrestling as in Usman or Covington. And Belal won't be deterred. He'll try to wrestle.
Outstanding job by Edwards, DC, to control posture and then get back to his feet.
Yeah, Leon did a great job there. Got taken down for a little bit, controlled. Belal had him right where he wanted. Early in the first round, still dry, still strong, not tired. Leon got back to the feet pretty easily.
Leon did a really good job of getting back to his feet. Now he needs to break the clinch. He needs to get away from Muhammad. Actually, Leon's going for a takedown here.
Well, he did that last time against Colby, trying to prove a point. And Kamaru
took them both down. But again, I think the longer he plays this game, the better it is for Muhammad.
Some good clinch work nonetheless from Edwards. Some nice shots to the body as Muhammad raises a knee.
It's a pretty good start, though, for Belal Muhammad. Round one proved he can take him down.
Muhammad has only been taken down 3 times in 18 UFC fights, just once in the last 5 years.
What made Belal get that takedown, though, is he constantly is pressing and he's putting Leon on his back foot.
See there, Belal came backwards. He does that a lot. He retreats, so his opponents kind of chase him down. That's when he level changes and hits the takedown.
Good right
hand.
hand.
Pretty smart.
From Muhammad, but Edwards has done a lot of work to the body early.
Yeah, there was a big knee from Leon a second ago.
And now Edwards attacking that back leg of Muhammad. Muhammad working off of his jab. A lot of Muslims and Palestinian supporters in this building for Belal Muhammad. Of course, Leon Edwards has the bulk of the crowd. Under 2 minutes here in round one.
Yes, and Muhammad there. Oh! What happened there? You get him with the jab?
Beautiful uppercut by the champion. Yeah, left uppercut.
Right. Couldn't see from my angle.
Oh,
that's a hard kick.
Nice jab in return from Muhammad. Edwards, very patient striker, picks his spots beautifully.
That was a beautiful uppercut. They just showed me the replay. Man. And then the body kick as well.
The thing about Belal, though, you better be ready to fight at this pace for 5 rounds because he will not slow down.
Muhammad lands a left hand, switching up his footwork repeatedly early round one.
Well, Belal does look much quicker with the hands. Rips to the body there. Just not as skillful or finessed as Leon, but it doesn't mean you can't be effective. There's a good left hook, though.
And he had an elbow prior, so Muhammad realizing some success. Nice uppercut now from Belal.
Wobbled Leon. Leon looking a little concerned. There's a good onslaught and a double leg takedown for Belal Muhammad.
Huge takedown for Muhammad now.
This is a massive opening round for the challenger.
Beautiful start by Belal Muhammad. A lot of pressure on Leon Edwards, backing him up and mixing in the takedowns at the right time. He's not forcing takedowns where Leon can anticipate them coming. He gets him defending his hands, and then he level changes.
Well, because he's not just throwing hands to set up the takedown. He's throwing hands with bad intentions. He's landing, he's ripping to the body. So Leon has to defend, and then that's when he level changes.
Some nice ground strikes as well for Muhammad with that left hand.
Great first round for the challenger.
Yep. Ooh, for the big elbow as well.
A near perfect start for Muhammad. This
right here you see Belal Muhammad got his hands locked under the butt. He swings him off the fence. That's why it's easier for him to get takedowns. Leon Edwards with a good knee, good uppercut by Edwards. Look, the striking Edwards won, but it's the takedowns, and Belal found striking moments himself. And once again, Edwards hands up, Belal level changes, immediately locks his hands, swings him off the cage, puts him back down. Great job by the challenger.
Bigger shots perhaps, DC, landed by Edwards, but twice as much volume and 6 more connections by Muhammad in round one.
Yeah, and right now, Belal Muhammad extremely confident coming off that fantastic opening round. Oh, sticks him again with a big right. The hand speed of Belal.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Leon spoke about this in the build. He thought Belal was too slow. Not proving it right now. Belal is throwing hands with him and throwing fast.
Yeah, there's 2 real nice jabs.
And now he's got him backed up against the fence, and this is where Belal will change levels.
And this is the difference, what I said before. He's not using the hands to set up the takedown. He's throwing hands with a real threat. He's landing on the champ and then choosing to go for the takedown when he wants to.
There it is. Locked hands immediately.
Yep.
Swing him off the fence.
Muhammad using his strikes to get inside.
He's got the underhook, though.
Yeah, this one's going to be tougher. He was able to pull him up under the butt.
He ain't going to get it.
Well, yes, he will. He's going to step around the front.
He ain't going to get it.
The fence, he's going to take him back.
He ain't going to get it.
Wow, good job by Edwards.
Edwards, outstanding on the wall. Great takedown defense historically.
Yeah, typically against the wall, he's an expert at this.
Yes.
He defends takedowns perfectly. He knows how to play the whole underhook game.
There it is.
But he's a
Takedown
great
number 3.
knee tap.
Yep.
Edwards able to get to a knee, but Muhammad now 3 of 4 on his takedowns, working off the back, at least partially, of Edwards.
Leon Edwards has got to get up, and he's got to get going. But the thing is, Belal Muhammad has now gained respect in the striking.
Yeah.
So he's not, just like you said, Mike, he's throwing to land and hurt him.
Of course, and he is landing, and he is hurting as well.
Well, a lot of people scoffed when Muhammad and his team talked about his boxing this week. Hands like Canelo Alvarez. Edwards got away with a fence grab there.
Slapped him on the head.
Yeah, it looked like maybe he landed on the head there.
He landed right on his head.
Yeah, that was a bad one as well. 3 minutes left in this round. Belal's trying to cinch up the choke, trying to get the second hook in.
I mean,
tearing ahead.
I mean, unbelievable.
In terms of momentum.
Muhammad historically not much of a submission threat. 1 career win by rear naked choke. Normally favors position and control over submission. We're going to isolate Edwards being dropped on his head here.
Belal switched to the high crotch. I mean, Leon Edwards went straight down on his head, got spiked.
Yeah, that's a gnarly visual. He did post with the left hand, but right on the head.
I mean, that makes me cringe as somebody sitting here with severe neck pain.
Well, Leon Edwards needs to get his hands to Belal's hands. Right now, he's trying to stand up without hand fighting. He's got to get to the hand fight.
There it is again. Belal's on fire right now.
He's fighting so well.
Absolutely on fire.
Well, doing everything through 8 minutes that he said he would do, despite the legion of MMA naysayers. 2 minutes to go, round 2.
Well, the reality is, in this round, he's absolutely ragdolling the champion.
Yeah, he's mauling. He really is mauling. You know, Leon Edwards made a point earlier in the week. He said, he's no Khabib. He's no... Right now, it looks like a Khabib type of performance. All the wrestling, Leon's got to get to work. He's not... See, right here. Edwards is not fighting the hands in the lock of Belal Muhammad. I did another telestrator earlier, highlighting how Belal Muhammad switches from his takedown to his takedown. He never unlocks.
Edwards perhaps trying to monitor and manage his energy here, but Belal Muhammad has largely muted 18,000 plus.
There's a lot of boos as well, but to be fair to Belal Muhammad, he's fighting the perfect fight.
Yes, he is. This is exactly what he needed to do if he wanted to win this fight.
Under a minute now to go in round 2. Live odds, but 1 angle. You see the flip.
But also, like, the fatigue of Leon Edwards having to wrestle this long. I'm pretty sure, though, that him and his team spent a lot of time working here to make sure that they were prepared for what Belal would try to bring. Oh, he gets Belal down.
And there's a takedown late in round 2 for Edwards. 6 times in the UFC, Edwards has gone either 25 minutes or into a round 5, so has a lot of championship experience coming.
I was going to say, watch the knees to the body. That's why the left leg of Belal is there, to stop the knee, because that's lined up perfectly for a powerful knee to the solar plexus.
That is huge for Leon Edwards to secure this takedown and show and prove to himself that he can score takedowns himself. But I think the key to him winning these next 3 rounds and retaining his championship is going to be him defending those takedowns and keeping the fight in the center.
All right, Dave Lavelle in the corner of Leon Edwards, calling for him to press forward and close that distance. Muhammad's corner will tell you space is their enemy.
Yeah, fantastic corner work for Belal Muhammad. Nice and calm, positive affirmation. The corner of Leon Edwards, a bit of panic, urging him to wake up, to go to work. And Belal Muhammad's just going to continue doing what he's been doing. I mean, great pressure, throws a nice little head kick there.
His pressure's crazy.
Yeah.
And then right now he's got Edwards grabbing and wrapping. Instead of getting his hands in between his legs and Belal Muhammad, he's wrapping over the back, and that's why Belal's securing these takedowns so easily.
Really nice job by Edwards.
Great reversal by Leon Edwards.
7 takedowns on 8 attempts for Muhammad, but a real quick, assertive reaction by Edwards there.
Belal's got to try to get that left arm back between him and Rocky, but Rocky's got to get that pressure going forward, get Belal to his hands. Beautiful switch there by the champion.
Oh, look at this. Trying to get the body triangle.
He's got 2 hooks in.
Can you imagine?
That would be
Leon wants to choke him out.
That would be so crazy. But Leon Edwards is a great grappler. He has shown time and time again that he can get submissions, and he's very good from the top.
Muhammad has never been submitted, but Leon Edwards certainly more of a threat as a finishing grappler than Muhammad.
And he's got a really solid position here as well. I mean, he's got the hooks. He's got almost a body triangle.
And it may be about just this, right? Stealing some of the momentum that Belal Muhammad has gained in the first 2 rounds of this fight.
He's got the seatbelt grip, so he's really got control of Belal Muhammad. Now he's firmly got the body triangle locked in.
It looks like Belal's trying to rotate back towards him.
We might be here for a couple of minutes.
I was going to say, not out of the realm of possibility that Edwards could maintain this position for much of the round.
Yep.
But if you're Leon Edwards, you want to stay here.
Right.
Because then you win
Yeah,
a round.
that's what I'm saying.
Right? You want to try to just stay here and win this round, because right now, Belal Muhammad has all the momentum in this fight.
Well, he's going to hold him here, of course, but every time whilst he's holding him there, he's trying to choke him out at the same time. Let's not forget that. So he's got 2.5 minutes to defend the choke. Leon has 2.5 minutes to choke out Belal Muhammad. But I don't think they're getting back to the feet anytime soon.
It'll be hard for Leon to choke him when his right arm is under the arm of Belal Muhammad.
Mike Beltran certainly not going to take this dominant position away. Coming up on 2 minutes here to go in round 3, scheduled for a championship 5.
Beautiful grappling right now by the champion.
Yep.
Muhammad desperately fighting that off of his jaw, and the Edwards corner calling for more offense out of him. Now Muhammad trying to control that left wrist of Edwards. 90 seconds here, round 3.
So the corner of Leon Edwards is saying they want more punches to try to set up the choke. They want Belal worried about getting hit in the face, and when he's getting hit in the face, then maybe he can slip that arm under the neck. But right now, trying to just go and attack a choke will be very difficult against a high-level mixed martial artist like a Belal Muhammad. I don't know why Leon's reaching across there. I'm not sure what he's trying to set up. I don't think he should try and go for an armbar here.
No.
He needs to just keep this position and keep punching.
I was thinking the same thing. I thought, is he going to go for an armbar? For the people at home that don't know, if he takes his left leg, takes it off the foot, and then just rotates his hips, he can turn it into an armbar, but he ain't going to get that on Belal.
Not at this level. No, not at this level.
No.
Last submission win for Edwards came in Manchester in 2016.
And here's the deal. When you're offensively wrestling and offensively grappling, you're much less fatigued. When you start defending is when you start to really feel the pace of the fight.
Yeah, the way round 2 ended and the way round 3 has played out figures to give Muhammad a lot to think about as he hits that stool before the championship rounds.
Absolutely.
And Leon tried to catch him sleeping there, so to speak, because for Belal, in this kind of situation, you're going to be 100% focused. You cannot stop thinking because you can't see your opponent, but you know he's trying to choke you out.
Round 3 to the champ. Go championship rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight title.
4th round. Ready to fight. Ready to fight.
Round 4, the incumbent Edwards in green, the challenger Muhammad in red. Mike Valley, Lewis Taylor, and the crew in the Muhammad corner calling for a little bit more output on the striking front.
He's been able to get to Leon with his hands.
Yep. You can't forget about that. Those brutal head kicks of Leon Edwards.
Leon does a great job setting that up.
Muhammad just uttered poke, seemed like he caught a finger in the right eye. Big connection on the feet by Edwards.
Yeah, Belal he's throwing a lot. I mean, he's landing a lot as well. It's not as pretty, it's not as technically perfect, but it's very effective.
Nice left-hand counter a moment ago by Muhammad, and there's the jab with some sting on it.
And the reality is that Belal's fighting fearlessly. He's not really respecting the threat from Leon. He's just walking him down, and he's throwing with no fear whatsoever.
Nice uppercut a moment ago, and good volume from Muhammad, and 1-2 there.
Big 1-2.
This is where the level change comes too. He gets him big and striking. He lands a few big shots up top, then he level changes. But because he's so active, Edwards can't even get started.
No. We saw this against Sean Brady. The hands were massively improved.
Edwards fights for an underhook. Still taken down to a knee, but not yet taken down.
Now, Belal's got to be careful because we saw this last round. In fact, we've seen this every round.
He rushed.
And Leon has had an ability to turn this to his favor.
It's crazy watching this, knowing how well Leon Edwards has been defending takedowns. For Belal Muhammad to be landing 80% of his takedowns is crazy.
Well, if you ask Belal Muhammad, he says that Kamaru Usman, that he fought for the third time, wasn't the same Kamaru. That's the words of Belal. He said that the head kick coming off the knockout, that really played a part in that. He also said that Colby was a little slow.
He said Colby sucks is what he said.
Well, I was trying to be polite about it.
He said it.
He did.
17 minutes in, largely these rounds have been easy to score.
Yes, they have. And right now we're in another round where it looks like you have to score it for the challenger. Unless something changes very quickly.
A little bit surprised at maybe how reactionary Leon was in the striking realm here early round 4. He just didn't seem to be.
Well, Belal's landing. It's not like he's not landing.
Yeah.
You know, but because Edwards is on his heels the whole time, he knows that he should not be back against the side of the octagon. Well, but the pace that Muhammad is fighting with is not allowing him to control the center.
Belal doesn't care what Leon's throwing. He doesn't fear any of the consequences. He's walking him down, he's throwing shots, he's landing, he's brimming with confidence. He knows he can take him down. And that's kind of throwing Leon off. It's like, whoa, what's going on? You know?
Well, when he gets hit, he isn't like stopping.
No.
But when he hits Leon, Leon takes a back step. And that's what's allowing him to be so aggressive on the feet.
Muhammad's jab has been outstanding tonight. Edwards starting to show a little blood on that lip, but back control for Edwards in round 3, and now Muhammad in round 4.
Yeah, this is the exact same position that they were in round 3.
And if Muhammad can maintain this position for the next 90 seconds or so, Leon Edwards will very likely need a finish in round 5 to retain his title. The Muhammad camp really felt as though they could do this to Leon Edwards. There were a lot of doubters. So far, pretty darn good.
So many doubters. People didn't want to believe. And Belal's very aware of it, right? He even says, people, they don't like me. But it doesn't matter if they don't like me. I'm going to prove that I'm the best in the world. And to this point, he has proven he's the best welterweight in the world.
And that's why this week, you know, Belal was kind of saying, the word hate was thrown around a lot. And he was like, well, listen, Leon Edwards was kind of dismissed quite a long way before we got a shot at the title. Right. He's doing the same thing to me. You should know what it feels like. He said he's brushed me aside. He's not giving me the credit or the respect that I'm due. And that's kind of where the hatred came from.
All right, so Edwards able to reverse position late in the round, working inside the closed guard of Muhammad.
Beautiful reversal by Leon Edwards, but just being on top isn't enough. He's got to throw some big strikes. He's got to risk losing his position.
Right.
Yeah. If he wants this reversal to matter.
Right, not out of the realm of possibility were he to land a big elbow and cause a cut, he could win the round. But I gotta think every scorecard around the world has it 3-1 Muhammad as we follow the champion to his corner before round 5. Round 5 is brought to you by Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the official electric trimmer of UFC. Visit manscaped.com now.
Leon needs to throw a jumping knee because Belal's walking straight at him. The head's not moving off the center line. A big flying knee, jump up right, vertical. I mean, that just might be the ticket that he needs, because Belal Muhammad's having a field day right now.
He's fighting so good. Now, Leon Edwards is throwing harder here. He's throwing now.
Well, you have to.
Good entry, nice takedown defense for Edwards, but Muhammad greets him with a couple strikes thereafter.
Yeah, but that's in the center, right, John? Now, he's getting him to the side of the octagon. It'll be much harder to defend this takedown if Leon doesn't get off the cage.
Jab by Muhammad keeps Edwards at bay. Now Leon attacks the body.
Level change coming.
Nice right hand for Muhammad, gets through.
And even, honestly, look at that. Level change by Muhammad. The moment Leon gets to the fence, that's his trigger. Time for me to go now.
Muhammad trying to drag Edwards down. Edwards staying composed and upright, at least for now.
I mean, Belal Muhammad has fought a beauty of a fight.
Edwards now has fingers clasped in the fence, rather blatantly. Just a soft warning from Beltran.
But it's just that Leon's not fighting his hands fast enough whenever Belal is on his back. And then Belal advances positions. We saw this against Wonder Boy. When Belal gets a takedown, he jumps the back, he controls you. And he's doing it again.
9 takedowns on 13 attempts. Largely, other than that middle round, Belal Muhammad doing everything he said he would do in this rematch with Leon Edwards.
He's doing everything he needs to do to win the fight. You know, the crowd, I get it, they don't like this. We've had 3 rounds of this where they're taking the back and controlling. Totally get it, totally understand. Especially when it's 5:45 in the morning.
Well,
but
I mean,
Belal's doing what he needs to do to win the fight, and this is not an easy thing to do. He's taking down the champion, he's controlling the champion, and he's threatening to take the title off him with one tiny little error. Leon loses the belt.
Yeah, people will leave it, right? It's not a kickboxing match, though, and if you want to dive inside the numbers, Belal Muhammad has landed nearly 100 more total strikes than Leon.
Yeah, I mean, you can't question. And Edwards has done a good job defensively on the submissions, but in terms of the takedowns, it's been much more difficult for Leon Edwards. Honestly, I haven't seen Leon Edwards taken down and controlled on the ground like this since he fought Kamaru Usman the first time that they fought.
And that was in Orlando, Florida in 2015.
The second time he got takedowns, he fought a little better on the ground. The first time it didn't look like he knew how to wrestle.
2 minutes now to decide the championship.
Tonight, Belal has made him wrestle him on his terms, and that's allowed for him to get way ahead in this fight. But to count Leon Edwards out is not something I'm ever doing again. I did it in Utah, and he ended up getting that head kick.
Well, he's going to get to the feet if he's going to get a stoppage, or take the back and get a choke of his own. And right now, with 90 seconds left, that's not looking likely.
Seemed as though, in terms of the tangible improvements, the MMA masses were able to see those from Leon Edwards, maybe more than they could see them acutely from Belal Muhammad. But in his one championship opportunity, a lot of people didn't think he'd come around again. Couldn't have fought much better with a minute to go.
Yeah, without question.
Cardio, too. Belal's cardio looks phenomenal.
The cardio's phenomenal, but the skill's phenomenal. We talk all the time about Leon Edwards and the improvements. Belal Muhammad is a different person completely to the first version that fought Leon Edwards a few years ago. I mean, this is an incredible performance.
Even his striking looks so much better.
He's executed the game plan to a T. He's landed well. And Leon Edwards is still fighting. He's still reversing. Look at this. 40 seconds left. Can he do it? Can he posture up, rain down elbows, get the finish?
Oh, there's a big one. Another one. Muhammad is busted wide open.
Wow. Leon knows the clock is ticking.
And who knows, that strike could very win him round 5.
Can he retain the title? Can he land more elbows?
Oh, big elbow there from Edwards.
I mean, that's what you want to see from your champion. He just fighting, trying to give himself an opportunity. Highly unlikely, though, guys. But what? I mean, that's another.
Huge elbows late.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the story of the fight. Belal Muhammad's ability to just take him down over and over, to maintain a pace. There's that huge uppercut from Leon early in round one. But there's one for Belal Muhammad as well. The unorthodox striking, the non-stop progression, the pushing, the pace. The way that he was able to close the distance and join the hands together, and that's so crucial to getting the takedown. Picked him up, slammed him on the head. Didn't manage it that time. I mean, Leon Edwards was trying to put everything into every single shot. Belal Muhammad just would not be denied, walking him down, throwing over and over. The jab was beautiful. The control was beautiful. I mean, the only thing he didn't do was get the finish. But more than likely, he gets the title. Wait for this elbow here, though. This is right at the end of the fight.
All right, the official decision is brought to you by Hart Tools, with over 800 quality tools to maintain your home, yard, and car, available at Walmart. One final time tonight, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, and